Good afternoon, football fans everywhere from Stall Field on the campus of the University of Kentucky in Lexington, where the skies are perfectly clear with not a cloud in sight. Brilliant, sunshiny day. With the fans here on the southern side of the jam-packed Stall Field and McLean Stadium in the shade with coats on. And across the way in the sun-bathed northern side of the stadium, many, many fans in shirt sleeves for the big game this afternoon. Because this is it, Kentucky versus Tennessee. A game that comes once a year and packs a wallop of Christmas. It's been the same story since 1893. A gridiron rivalry that carries with it more color, more glory, more prestige than any football game around the country. These two great neighboring universities have acquired friends and followers in distant parts of the nation that probably never have seen the two states, but nonetheless rise up to the annual November battle. This afternoon's game has only one strange aspect. The Wildcats of Kentucky are favored to win. Tennessee and Kentucky coaches down through the years have wanted to be the underdog. That role has seemingly been most favorable for a victory. Last year's underdog Wildcats rose up to score 2 touchdowns in the Vols in the final 5 minutes for their biggest point production since 1935's win by 27-0. This Tennessee game carries with it some added punch for Kentucky followers because this is homecoming. Seldom in the past has Kentucky used the Tennessee game as the vehicle for homecoming. For the Vols, it's old stuff. This is the 4th straight homecoming game they've appeared in this season, and they've won them all. Everyone here this afternoon is doggedly pulling for Kentucky or Tennessee. We imagine there are very, very few fans in the stadium just looking for a good football game. And the prize to the winner will probably be their pick of the Cotton or Sugar Bowl. And should the Wildcats come off with a win, they remain in the picture for a conference championship. Now let's set the stage for the kickoff as the University of Tennessee band, the pride of the Southland, has just moved out onto Stall Field, which is very, very dry with the tarpaulin having been placed on it yesterday. In setting the stage for the kickoff, which is still about 10 minutes away, the visiting Vols of Tennessee are expected to line up this way. At left end will be Captain Mac Franklin from Madisonville, Tennessee. Franklin is 6'2", weighs 180, and a 21-year-old senior. At left tackle will be Bob Fisher from Cleveland, Ohio. He stands 6 feet, weighs 205, and a 21-year-old senior. At left guard will be Frank McCroskey from Sevierville, Tennessee. That is capital M-C, capital C-R-O-S-K-E-Y. McCroskey stands 5'11", weighs 190. He's a 21-year-old senior. At center is Bob Cloninger, C-L-O-N-I-N-G-E-R, from Chattanooga. Cloninger stands 6'1", weighs 190 pounds. He's a 21-year-old senior. At right side guard will be John Powell from Mount Pleasant, Tennessee, a 21-year-old senior. Powell stands 5'11" and weighs 185. At right tackle is Darius McCord from Franklin, Tennessee. McCord is 6'3", weighs 210. He's a 21-year-old junior. And at right end is Roger Rothroff, who has 1 touchdown. He's caught 8 passes for 157 yards. He's from Glendale, Ohio. R-O-T-R-O-F-F. Rothroff, 5'10", weighs 185, a 23-year-old senior, small but extremely aggressive, who turned the tide in the favor of Tennessee against Florida at the Gators' homecoming last Saturday afternoon in Gainesville when he blocked a punt and recovered a fumble. In the Tennessee backfield, at tailback, will be Jimmy Wade from Lynchburg, Tennessee, who is the leading scorer with 36 points. Wade is 5'11" and weighs 165. He's a 21-year-old junior. In the matter of punt returns, Jimmy Wade has carried 12 of them back, 140 yards, an average of 11.6 per punt return. In rushing, Wade has carried the ball 118 times and has a net gain of 510 yards. His average is 4.3. Passing, Wade has thrown 39 and completed 17 of them for 325 yards and 4 touchdowns. In the matter of kickoff returns, Wade has brought 4 back for 84 yards, averaging 21 a return. And in punting, Wade has punted 30 times for 913 yards. He's averaging 30.4. At the Tennessee blocking back will be Bill Barbish from Cleveland, Ohio, B-A-R-B-I-S-H. Barbish is 5'9" and weighs 190, a 22-year-old senior. At Tennessee fullback is Ted Schwanger from Sandusky, Ohio. He has 2 touchdowns and 12 points. That is S-C-H-W-A-N-G-E-R. Schwanger is 6'2", weighs 185, a sophomore. He's only 19 years old. In rushing, Schwanger has carried the ball 59 times and gained 276 yards, a 4.6 average. And in kickoff returns, he's brought 3 of them back 78 yards, an average of 26 per return. And outside the end, at Tennessee's wingback will be Jerry Hyde from Fort Wayne, Indiana, who stands 5'11" and weighs 175. Hyde is a 22-year-old senior who spells his name H-Y-D-E. In rushing, Hyde has carried the ball 23 times for 44 yards, an average of only 1.9. Most of Hyde's runs have been off the weak side. In pass receiving, though, Hyde has caught 4 passes for 3 touchdowns and an overall gain of 103 yards. Tennessee has a record of 5 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. And the Wildcats have 6 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. And both teams, after losing their openers of the season, have come on very strong and are undefeated since losing their 2 openers. The wind this afternoon is varying 12 to 16 miles an hour, and it is coming out of the south, which means it's blowing almost across the field. And we don't imagine it's going to favor either team in the matter of kicking or receiving. And the temperature at the moment here in Lexington, Kentucky stands at 64 degrees, and the humidity is a mere 36%, to give you the setting for a very, very perfect Kentucky-Tennessee day. And as the volunteer band down on the field continues to perform, let us switch over and give you the setting now for the Kentucky Wildcats, who at left end will be starting Howard Schnellenberger, a 19-year-old sophomore from Louisville Flagey, who's caught 2 touchdown passes, has 12 points. Schnellenberger stands 6'2", weighs 190, and at the left tackle for the Wildcats, Duke Canute, a 20-year-old sophomore from Ashland. Canute is 5'10" and weighs 185. At Kentucky's left guard will be the great co-captain Ray Correll, playing his final game for the Kentucky Wildcats. Correll is 6'1", weighs 205, and a 22-year-old senior. At center is Tommy Atkins, co-captain, who has scored 2 points on extra point attempts. He's from Corbin and stands 6'1", weighs 197. Atkins, a 21-year-old senior. At right guard will be Joe Cook from Louisville St. X, who is 5'10", weighs 182. He's a 19-year-old junior. At Kentucky's right tackle will be Harry Kirk from Mount Sterling, a 20-year-old junior who stands 6'4" and weighs 195. At Kentucky's right end from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Al Zampino, who has scored 2 touchdowns, along with the left end Schnellenberger. Zampino is 6 feet tall, weighs 185. He's a 22-year-old senior. And here's Kentucky's split T backfield. At quarterback will be Bob Hardy from Paducah Tillman. Hardy is 6'1", weighs 180, a 20-year-old sophomore. Bob Hardy has completed 22 of 41 passes, has had 3 intercepted, but 5 have gone for touchdowns. Hardy's passing yardage gained is 391 yards. In rushing, Hardy has carried the ball 63 times, gained 185 yards, an average of 1.2. At left halfback from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Steve Meilinger, the 22-year-old senior who has 24 points. Meilinger is 6'3" and weighs 220. Hardy is Kentucky's top scorer with 28 points. Meilinger, in the matter of intercepted passes, he's picked off 4 of them in a safety position where he is normally stationed defensively. He has returned 7 kickoffs for 127 yards, an average of 18.1. He has caught 17 passes, gaining 296 yards, and has scored 3 touchdowns on passes. Meilinger has carried the ball 64 times for 291 yards, an average of 4.5 per trip. And in punting, Steve has kicked the ball 34 times for 1,254 yards, averaging 36.6 per kick. At Kentucky's right halfback will be Joe Platt from Kokomo, Indiana, with 18 points. Platt is 5'11", weighs 175. He's a 22-year-old senior who has intercepted 2 passes for 85 yards returned and 1 touchdown. Platt has carried the ball 29 times, gained 271 yards, an average of 9.3 per trip. And he's caught 4 passes for 84 yards. At fullback for the Kentucky Wildcats is Ralph Pallone, who has 24 points along with Meilinger. Pallone stands 6'1", weighs 205, is a 22-year-old senior from Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Ralph Pallone has carried the ball 96 times, gained 552 yards, an average of 5.7. In the matter of passes, he's caught 2 for 25 yards and scored 1 touchdown. So that's the way the 2 teams will line up, ladies and gentlemen. Now we pause for our prayer for world peace and our national anthem.
Heavenly Father, we give thee thanks for the many blessings which thou hast given us. Yet may we be ever conscious of others who have less for which to be thankful. Help us to realize that only through peace and understanding can we hope to build a better world of brotherhood. We pray this moment that such goals may be achieved. Amen.
Our national anthem played by the University of Tennessee's Pride of the Southland Band. Now with kickoff time just a minute or so away, and as we stand by for the meeting in the center of the field between Tommy Atkins and Ray Correll, Kentucky's co-captains, with Mac Franklin, the big 6'2" captain of the University of Tennessee. The Tennessee Volunteers today in their year-round uniforms, white pants, white headgears with the light orange jersey and the white numbers, which are right difficult to see, especially on a brilliant sunshiny afternoon. Kentucky is in what's becoming rapidly a standard University of Kentucky football uniform, white pants, white headgears, and those dark blue jerseys with white numerals. And in just a moment, we have the meeting between the captains, Ray Correll, Tommy Atkins, moving out from across the way. And from the southern side of the field is Captain Mac Franklin of Tennessee, as the Volunteers offensive team takes warm-up drills on this near southern side of the field, 2 units of them. Tennessee is 37 men strong here this afternoon, and Kentucky has a 47-man bench. Now the handshakes down in the center of the field. Let's see who wins the toss, as the coin is about ready to be flipped. Tennessee will quite often win the toss and elect to kick off, which would seem to indicate that Kentucky this afternoon will be handling the ball first. Here's the coin flipped up, and the winner of the flip is the Kentucky Wildcats. And let's see what Tommy Atkins and Ray Correll want to do. They want to receive. Kentucky has elected to receive. Tennessee will kick off and defend the goal to our right, which is the eastern goal. So that's the way it lines up, as Tennessee will have the sun, what there is of it, in their face here during the first and fourth quarter of play. Now, as we wait for kickoff time, just a couple of seconds away, let's take 20 seconds for station identification. This is the Standard Oil Sports Network.
And WVLK, Lexington.
Once again, this is Claude Sullivan speaking for our broadcast booth above Stall Field in Lexington, Kentucky, where Tennessee and Kentucky are about to go after each other in this great football game on November the 21st. This is the last game for 11 of Kentucky's men. Tom Harper, Steve Meilinger, Jim Proffitt, Herbie Hunt, Miles Willard, Joe Platt, Tom Fillion, Ralph Pallone, Tommy Atkins, Ray Correll, and Jim Schenck, all playing their final game at Stall Field. Those 11 are seniors and will depart at the end of this 1953 football season, which could end up in a bowl game if Kentucky is able to beat Tennessee this afternoon. It looks like Bob Fisher, the senior tackle from Cleveland, Ohio, will be kicking off for the Volunteers from the 40. Jimmy Wade standing out at the ball at the moment with Fisher. A brilliant sunshiny day with the skies cloudy, void of a single cloud, rather. And across the way, almost the entire north side, is jam-packed with shirt sleeve football fans. Meilinger goes back deep for the Wildcats. He's standing at the 5-yard line with Joe Platt off on his right and Ralph Colon off on his left, about 10 yards off on each side. Bob Fisher back, Jimmy Wade holding. Fisher moves forward. The ball game is underway. Platt moves up. Zampino touches it. Platt gets it at the 20. Out to the 25. Is cut down off his feet as he falls up to the 26 in this near southern side zone. Nice play by Captain Mac Franklin of Tennessee, who hit Platt ankle high. Platt went about 2 or 3 yards through the air before he contacted ground at the Kentucky 26. So the ball game is underway. This is it. Kentucky, 18 yards out from this side of the field on its 26, first down and 10. Wildcats line split. The backfield straightaway is Bob Hardy. Moves in. Call signals behind Tommy Atkins. Gets, moves left. Keeps, pitches back to Platt. He comes on out to the 27, 28, and is dropped down to the right side of the Tennessee line. Platt juggled the ball for a moment as Bob Hardy pitched it back a little high. The trailer, right halfback Joe Platt, got it and advanced it to the 28 for a gain of 2 yards. He was tackled by Bob Cloninger, backing the Tennessee line on the left side. Second down and 8 for the Wildcats. From the open huddle, they move up to the line of scrimmage. The Kentucky 28, the ball almost in the center of the field. Backfield straight away. Hardy calling signals against a 6-man Tennessee line. He keeps, moves left, comes out past the 30, up to the 35, 36, 37, 38, and on out to the 39 for a first down. Bob Hardy keeping, angling outside Tennessee's left tackle. Bill Barbish made the tackle. Beautiful play by Bob Hardy as he has moved the pigskin out to the Wildcat 39 on a run of 11 yards. First down and 10 as Kentucky is able to go 13 yards on its first 2 plays. A 2-yard run by Joe Platt, an 11-yard run by Bob Hardy. The ball 20 yards out from across the way as Hardy lines him up. Backfield straight away with a line split. Hardy takes, fakes a pass, gives. Colon lashes up to the 45. Cutting outside Tennessee's right guard. He was caught by Barbish, the linebacker, and help from John Powell, the big right guard. Beautiful play by Bob Hardy as he handed off to Ralph Colon on a spinner. And Colon came upfield 6 yards to the 45. Second down and 4 for the Wildcats, have moved upfield now from their 26, where they received the kickoff as Joe Platt moved it up from the 20 to the 26. The ball is 18 yards out from the northern side as Platt, the halfback, is in tight. The handoff to Colon. He angles outside tackle, comes on up to about the 48. The left side of the Tennessee line, diving for him. And the tackle was made by Ted Schwanger, the fullback, and John Powell, the right guard. The ball is very close to a first down, about a foot shy, up on the 48 after that 3-yard gain. So it's third down for the Wildcats, a foot to go, and here's a big play coming out. Can Kentucky keep possession? Backfield straight away as Hardy moves in against the 7-diamond defense. Hardy takes, keeps, goes right to the 50, down to the 49. It's first down for the Wildcats. Bob Hardy was caught by Cloninger, and that's the second straight first down. Kentucky has reeled off. There's the roar from the fans as they say it's a first down on the Tennessee 49. Kentucky has moved the ball 25 yards. 5 plays gone. They're averaging 5 yards a trip. No passes so far. Hardy on the Tennessee 49 for the Wildcats now. Keeps his backfield straight away. Tennessee in the 7-man line. Hardy takes. Belly play. He keeps moving outside left end. Down to the 45. Down to the 40. Pitches back to Platt, who fumbles. The ball is out of bounds, we believe. The ball went out of bounds away from Joe Platt. And Tennessee did not have an opportunity to recover the fumble by Joe Platt. The ball was out of bounds in the 35. Bill Barbish went for it, but it was a dead ball. And Kentucky gets it down on the Tennessee 35, where it is another first down. And Bob Hardy, keeping and pitching back to Platt, is able to eat up 14 yards. 3 straight first downs for the Wildcats as they're on the Tennessee 35. First down and 10, the Volunteers have called timeout, stopping the clock with 11 minutes and 40 seconds here in the first quarter of play. And the fans now up on their toes to see if the Wildcats can keep going at this tremendous pace they've reeled off here in the early stages of the football game. They've gone 6 plays and moved from their 26 down to the Tennessee 35. Here's some other late scores for you from around the country. At the half, Holy Cross leads Fordham 14-0. There is no score between Temple and Boston. At the end of the first quarter, no score between Michigan and Ohio State. At the end of the quarter, no score between Penn State and Pittsburgh. At the quarter, Princeton leads Dartmouth 12-7. Columbia leads Rutgers 7-0. No score yet between Yale and Harvard at the end of the first quarter. And in the second quarter, Michigan State 14, Marquette nothing. Those are late scores. Temperature 64 here at Lexington. Humidity only 36% on this very, very fine game. Kentucky's on the Tennessee 35 at the hash mark. First down and 10. Wildcats moving back to the line of scrimmage. Tennessee in the 7-diamond defense, shifting out to a 6-2. As Hardy calls signals, he moves right, fakes to Pallone, keeps running out in the right flat, looking for a man. Pass lob downfield, caught at the 25 by Pratt, down to the 20, and he's out of bounds. It's another first down. As Bob Hardy kept moving out in this right flat, he hit Joe Platt down to the 25. Platt was dumped out of bounds by Ted Schwanger on the 20, and there's a Tennessee injury on the play. It's Schwanger, the big fullback, that is down, and Mickey O'Brien, the trainer, comes off the Tennessee bench. The ball is spotted out on the Tennessee 20-yard line as the pass is for 15 yards from Bob Hardy to little Joe Platt, the right halfback. It's first down and 10 for the Wildcats on the Tennessee 20. Wildcats still moving. Tom Tracy is coming into the Tennessee backfield at fullback. Ted Schwanger is coming out. There are 11 minutes and 32 seconds in this first quarter of play. There are two men up on top of the scoreboard here at Stall Field, the first time we've ever seen that. We're unable to say whether there are electricians on hand to see if anything should go wrong with the clock this weekend, as it did last Saturday afternoon with Memphis State, or whether maybe there are two fans out of the end zone that decided for a little higher perch. Bob Cox with the field glasses has just spotted him, and one of the gentlemen is Bill McCubbin from here at the University of Kentucky. He's up there with field glasses and a telephone, which means he's doing some work for the Kentucky bench. The Wildcats coaching staff is all here today, headed by Bear Bryant, backed up by Buckshot Underwood, Pat James, Jim Owens, Ermal Allen, Jerry Claiborne, and Phil Cutchin. Here's Hugh Garner coming into the Tennessee lineup. He's a blocking back. It is Schwanger that's coming out. Garner is from La Folla, Tennessee. He's 5'9", weighs 162, a 19-year-old junior. Here's the way the stage sets as we go back to play. Kentucky is on the Tennessee 20. Open side of the field to their left. First down and 10. Bob Hardy moves in behind Tommy Atkins. Tennessee in a 6-2-2-1 defense. Hardy takes, moves left, stumbles, looks for a man to throw to. Down in the end zone to Schnellenberger, and it is batted down. No good. Close play for it as Schnellenberger was in there. Jimmy Wade made a beautiful defensive maneuver as he hooked it away. Bob Hardy from the Tennessee 20 was going for the works that time. Wade cut up in front of Schnellenberger about 3 or 4 yards deep in the end zone and hooked it away from him. So that's the first incompleted pass of the afternoon. Second down, Kentucky. 10 yards to go from the Tennessee 20. 18 yards out from the southern side of the field. Tennessee shifts into a 5-man line. Back to a 6. Hardy to Pallone. Down to the 15. Down maybe to the 14. As Ralph Pallone, the fullback, blasted straight away up the middle. Bob Cloninger made the tackle for Tennessee. He had help on the play from Ed Campbell, who's in there at right end. The ball is down to the Tennessee 15-yard line. It's now third down and 5 for the Wildcats. Here's some big plays coming out. Hardy has his signals called from the 25, and out of the open huddle, Kentucky moves back in the line of scrimmage. The backfield is still straight away, and the line split. Tennessee shifts the defense to a 6-2. Hardy takes, moves back, is hit, gives off. Pallone dives in there past the 15. There may have been a fumble. Let's see. Tennessee got it. There's the break that Tennessee played for, and they made it. As Pallone and Hardy and Platt all in there trying to get the handoff working. It was Bill Barbish of Tennessee that fell on it on the volunteer 15. So Kentucky was able to move from its 26 straight downfield to the Tennessee 15. The Volunteers have called timeout as they have just recovered the Kentucky fumble. It looked like the Wildcats might go all the way. When they got down to the 20, an incompleted pass in the end zone for Howie Schnellenberger as Jimmy Wade batted it down. And then the Wildcats on a second down and 5 play. Ralph Pallone went to the 15. On the third down play, Kentucky has fumbled and Tennessee takes over. So now the Volunteers are in possession of the ball for the first time. 10.5 minutes here in the first quarter. The line is balanced. The single wing is to the right. Kentucky is in a 6-man line, almost a 7-diamond now. The tailback, Wade, gets it, comes out to the 15. There's a fumble. Kentucky got it. Jimmy Wade hit hard, fumbles the ball. The Wildcats get it. Howie Schnellenberger got the ball back on the 17. 2 quick fumbles in the ball game, one offsetting the other. Now the Wildcats are back in possession. First down and 10 on the Tennessee 17. They lost 2 yards but got 2 downs back. Here's Hardy ready to go. Open side of the field to the left. Gives off. Meilinger goes to the 10-yard line on a quick opener. Big Steve Meilinger carrying the ball for the first time this afternoon. A quick opener outside his left guard. Caught by Bob Fisher, the left tackle. As Big Steve Meilinger has gone into the Tennessee 10-yard line. A gain of 7 on the play. It's second down and 3, and the Wildcats knocking on the door from inside the Tennessee 10. The ball is almost straight away from the goalpost. Right halfback Joe Platt is going to the left as a flanker. Bob Hardy moves in behind Atkins to call his signals. Gets it, moves left. Meilinger goes to the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2. And it's a first down. Kentucky Steve Meilinger, 2 straight plays. It just reeled off the 5th, first down. As Kentucky goes to the Tennessee 2. 8-yard gain by Meilinger. Jerry Hyde, the wingback, made the tackle. At Kentucky on the Tennessee 2. First down, goal to goal. Could it be a touchdown? The backfield is time straight away. Hardy moves in behind Atkins. The line is split. Tennessee bucks up. Meilinger goes to the 1, to the goal. He's over. Steve Meilinger has just scored. And Kentucky leads Tennessee 6-0. John Powell hit him at the 1, and Tennessee's Powell was unable to hold as the horse went to the goal line and went over 2 or 3 feet. Joe Platt is back to hold. Bob Hardy will try for what could be an extremely important extra point. Tennessee's line butts up now. Here's the snap. Platt places. Hardy boots the kick. Good. And the score is Kentucky 7, Tennessee nothing. Listen to this. Well, there's the most thrilling start that Kentucky has had in many a day against the Volunteers. As the Wildcats recover a Tennessee fumble on the Volunteers' 17-yard line in 3 plays. Meilinger goes all the way. Extra point tacked on by Bob Hardy. And the score is Kentucky 7, Tennessee nothing, with 9 minutes and 11 seconds still in this first quarter of play. Tennessee recovered a Kentucky fumble on the 15 as the Wildcats moved consistently from their 26. Right straight downfield to the ball, 15, where the fumble. And the ball's recovered, and on the first play from scrimmage, Jimmy Wade fumble, Snellenberger recovering. 3 straight plays by Meilinger were good for the touchdown. Steve kicking off. The ball laid flat on the ground, booted downfield to the Tennessee 22, up to the 25, fumble. Barbish goes for it. They got it. Bill Barbish of Tennessee made a dive for it and got it up on the Volunteer 25. It almost got loose. Ray Correll of Kentucky made a dive for it, and Barbish just barely beat him to it. The ball is up on the Tennessee 26, where the Vols will take over. First down and 10. They've had 1 scrimmage play, which resulted in a fumble and a Kentucky touchdown. 8 minutes, 45 seconds in the first quarter here at Stallfield. A tremendous football day. Temperature at 64 and still going up. Single wing is off to the left, the open side of the field. Your line is balanced, and the Wildcats are in almost a 9-man line. Snap in there to Schwanger, hand off to Wade, cuts out right, comes to the 30, and he's down off on the left side by Snellenberger, the left end. Tom Tracy it was in there at fullback now. He's from Birmingham, Michigan, a 19-year-old sophomore who's 5'9" and weighs 185. And Tennessee got 4 yards out of it to the 30, where it is second down and 6 for the Volunteers. The ball is on the hash mark at Tennessee 30 from the northern side of the field. Tennessee moves up single wing right now with the open side of the field off the weak side. Kentucky is not in that 3-man line so far this afternoon. They're overshifted to the left. Snap to Tracy. He comes off the weak side. Cook just missed him. He comes out to the 30, where he's hit, cut down by Snellenberger. The ball is at the line of scrimmage. There was no loss on the play, and it's third down and 6, Tennessee on their 30. Kentucky leads 7-0. Meilinger is your deep man. Bob Hardy and Joe Platt are playing halfbacks. Malone and Atkins are in behind the line, which has been 7, 8, and almost a 9 on the first down Tennessee play. Volunteers move out. Jerry Hyde is the wing back outside the right end. Timeout has been taken by Kentucky as the Vols move up to the line of scrimmage. The clock has been stopped with 7 minutes and 28 seconds in the first quarter. And the Wildcats leading by 7-0. Well, we arrived at the football field here today at 11 a.m. The tarpaulin completely covered Stallfield. Shortly before noon, however, the field was cleared. The tarp was rolled up on cylinders and is right now laying out in front of the temporary picket fence, which is in front of the temporary boxes. The game here last year, as you may recall, started at 2 o'clock, or a year before last, the last time these two teams played in Lexington, and we ended up with the lights being turned on. So this year, the football game started at 1:30 and gave a chance for the teams to go under sunlight, which it seems perhaps they're going to be able to do. And for the first time in several years, Kentucky and Tennessee are playing on what could certainly be considered an ideal football day. The temperature at 64, moving up slightly. The humidity only 36%. We have a breeze of about 12 to 16 miles an hour out of the south, which is blowing crosswise across Stall Field. Tennessee has gone in punt formation. Dave Griffith, Jerry Wade, the tailback. Fake punt. Here's Wade caught and thrown back to the 25. Great play in there. Zampino, the right end, came lashing in there with Joe Cook, the right guard. And they're going to move it out from the Tennessee 25 upfield to the 27. A loss of only 3 on the play. Duke Canute submarining got in there well, too, for the Wildcats. It's 4th down and 9 for Tennessee. Meilinger has gone back to the Kentucky 31 in punt receiving position. Jimmy Wade stands back in punt formation at the Tennessee 16, gets the snap letter high. Zampino came crashing through, couldn't get to him. Meilinger gets it on the 35, angling out left. Rotroff after him. Rotroff got him at the 35. Meilinger gets away and races up in front of the Kentucky bench. He was out of bounds at about the 40. Meilinger outran Rotroff, who got a good shot at him. Rotroff missed him back at about the 35, and Meilinger came on upfield to the 41. Nice 6-yard run back there by Meilinger. The Wildcats take over 1st down and 10 from the Kentucky 41. Maryland has gone on top of Alabama 14-0 in the first quarter. Meilinger is a flanker right as Hardy mows in, mows right, keeps, comes up to the 45 and crawls on out to about the 46. Meilinger only moved 2 or 3 steps from that flanker position. John Powell, Tennessee right guard, made the tackle on Hardy. Quarterback keeping that time, and he got about 6 yards. The pigskin is spotted on the 45, so give him 4. Just a little bit above the 45. It's 2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats. Powell and McCluskey in there at guards. As Meilinger has come out to the right now as a flanker. Tennessee's gone into a 6-man line, almost a 5. Quick handoff to Platt, comes out the midfield, goes to the Tennessee 49, and it's close to a 1st down. Little Joe from Kokomo, the Wildcats right halfback, was hit by Bill Barbish, the Tennessee linebacker, on the Volunteer 49. It was 2nd and 6. Platt got 6 yards, and it's going to be just about a foot shy at the Tennessee 49 of a 1st down. So it's 3rd down and a foot to go. Timeout has been taken on the field by Kentucky. The board has gone out completely. The scoreboard is out. So apparently the old timepiece here at Stall Field has not been fixed as was hoped it had been. Dick McNabb, who's operating the electric clock, has moved out on the field to talk with the officials and see what's going to be done about it. The officials conferring now to see what will be done. The clock is completely blacked out now. There are not even any lights on it burning. It's been fading fast, and perhaps the shock of Tennessee in town this Saturday afternoon has been all it needed to go all the way out. Here's some other late scores for you. At the end of the first quarter, George Washington leads Richmond 7-0. There is no score between Villanova and Syracuse at the end of the quarter, and no score between Virginia and North Carolina at the end of the quarter. As we said, Maryland is leading Alabama 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. At the half, Dartmouth leads Princeton 14-12, and Columbia leads Rutgers 14-13. Well, we're going to have to go at least through this first quarter of play without any further assistance from the scoreboard. Something like 6 minutes remain. Kentucky was ready to operate, moved out of the huddle, and the officials waved them back. Something is going to have to be worked out with the officials and the coaches to see how the timing of this first quarter will be worked out. Harvey Robinson off the Tennessee bench, and Coach Bear Bryant at the Kentucky bench. And let's see what the decision is going to be. The electric clock operator now apparently is going to keep the remaining time on a stopwatch. Well, there's been 1 full week between football games, between Memphis State and the Tennessee game. And the clock is in worse shape week than it was last week. The ball is almost squarely in the center of the field at the Tennessee 49. It's an equal distance between the sidelines. It's a foot shy of the line to gain, where it's 3rd down for Kentucky. The officials now explaining to Bob Hardy in the Tennessee huddle what is being done about the timepiece. We have no changes in the Kentucky lineup. Everybody that started is still in there. Kentucky's ready to go, and the official starts the timepiece. Backfield straight away, and the line split as Hardy moves in. Tennessee overshifting the line now to a 6-2. Hardy takes, keeps, moves down to the Tennessee 47-48 for his first down. That's the 6th first down Kentucky has reeled off here this afternoon. Hardy on a key play, coming out, angling just outside right tackle. Dan Sikanovic, or rather Matt Franklin, who's in there at left end, made the tackle for the Volunteers as Hardy was able to go to the 47 for 2 yards. It's first down and 10. The ball is 18 yards out from the southern side of the field. The line is split in the backfield straight away. Tennessee in a 6-man line. Hardy takes, gives to Pallone, and goes to the 45 and may have made the Tennessee 44. A gain of about 3 yards on the play. Hardy then seemed to be faking the belly play as he laid it to Pallone. He looked like he might take it back, but he didn't, and Pallone went to the 45 where he's tackled by Cloninger. It's second down and 8 for the Wildcats. Here's Kentucky out of the huddle, moving to the line of scrimmage. Tennessee's gone back to the standard 7 diamond. They shift out of it to a 6-2. Hardy takes, mows left, gives. Going to pass. Goes to Meilinger at the 40, down to the 35. Out of bounds at about the 32-03. Bob Cloninger and Bill Barbish got him out of bounds, but it's a first down. It looked like Hardy had given off then to Ralph Pallone, but he pulled it back and pitched to Meilinger in the left flat. Steve went down for Kentucky's 7th first down to the Tennessee 33. A pass gaining play of 12 yards. Kentucky leads 7-0. Jim Proffitt has come in replacing Al Zampino at right end. Kentucky's on a Tennessee first down, 10 at the 33. Here's Meilinger, left halfback, flanking to the right. He's out about 10 yards. Tennessee overshifts the defense to catch him. Hardy takes, keeps, goes to the 35, driven back to the 34. Went to the 30, rather. Bill Barbish got in on him. And also John Powell, the right guard, hit him high and drove him back. They rule Hardy went to the 31 for a gain of 2. Second down and 8 for the Wildcats, who took the kickoff on their 26, went to the Tennessee 15 where they fumbled. The Vols fumbled it back on their first scrimmage play, and Meilinger in 3 plays went the touchdown. Hardy converted. Here's Hardy ready to go now. Moves right, keeping. Fakes the pitch back. Can't do it. Thrown for a loss. Back at about the 32 by Cloninger. Nice play by Tennessee's Bob Cloninger, who caught Bob Hardy from the rear and tacked him down to the 32. Third down and 9 for the Wildcats, and this is the longest play they've had to run outside of a 1st and 10. We're in the first quarter of play here at Lexington. Kentucky leading 7-0. Open side of the field to the left. The backfield straight away now for the Wildcats as Hardy moves in for his 3rd and 9 play. Fakes a jump pass, gives to Pallone. Goes inside the 30 to about the Tennessee 29. Charlie Coffey, the left guard, made the tackle. Time has been taken out by Tennessee. They rule Ralph Pallone went just inside the 30, making about the 29 for 3 yards, and it's 4th down and 6. Tennessee has called a timeout here in the first quarter of play, and Neil Lowry is taking the opportunity to come into the Kentucky lineup. Lowry has played guard most of the season. He's coming in at right guard this time, replacing Joe Cook. Lowry, L-O-W-E-R-Y, from Youngstown, Ohio, stands 6 feet, weighs 192, a 21-year-old junior. Kentucky back on the line of scrimmage at Tennessee 29. It's 4th down and 6, and Kentucky's running with it. Hardy is back to pass, running to the left, being rushed. Pass downfield is complete to the 10, we believe. No good. They really dropped it. Looked very close, and Snellenberger cut in there along with Bradley Mills. Tennessee takes over on downs at its 29. Tom Tracy made a nice defensive maneuver, hitting Snellenberger as the pass got there. Bob Hardy is coming out. Dick Shatto is in to replace him. 20-year-old sophomore from Springfield, Ohio, who's 6'1", weighs 190. Bradley Mills has replaced Steve Meilinger. Meilinger is out. Mills, a 19-year-old sophomore from Lynch, Kentucky. Tennessee, single wing right, snapping there to the fullback. Tracy keeps, goes up to the 30, is hit, thrown back to about the 28. By the right side of the Kentucky line, led by Neil Lowry and Pete Kirk, the right tackle. Also, right in, Jim Proffitt was in on the play. There was no gain by Tennessee, as they have Tom Tracy at fullback, Jimmy Wade at tailback, Bill Barbish at blocking back, and Jerry Hyde is the wingback. Tennessee wingback plays just outside right end, which indicates Tennessee strong to the right. They tighten up on the set signal. Jimmy Wade, the tailback, takes a step forward, gets the snap, moving right. He's caught back on the 26 on a beautiful play by Pete Kirk, the right tackle. It came through and got him from the rear. Beautiful play by Kirk. Back in the Tennessee 25. And the Kentucky forward wall has looked tremendous. Give some credit there to Ray Correll, too. Correll just now getting up. The ball is back in the 26 as Wade was stumped for a 3-yard loss. It's 3rd down and 13 for the Volunteers. Kentucky 7, Tennessee nothing. We're in the first quarter. The clock at Stall Field is broken completely now. We have no idea of how much time remains. It's just a guess on our part. Bradley Mills playing safety for the Wildcats. Dick Chateau and Joe Platt playing the halfbacks. Tennessee's in punt formation with Wade back in the 15. They ran off it a moment ago. They're running off at this time, and they may have made it back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. As Ray Correll clogged the center of the line. Twice Tennessee has run off punt formation. Jerry Hyde, the wingback, trying it. He didn't make it to the line of scrimmage. Was cut down at the 25 by Correll, where it's now 4th down and 14 for the Vols. Bradley Mills will be the deep man now to handle his punt by Jimmy Wade. Wade kicked to Meilinger a moment ago at the 35, and Steve running back 6 yards. Jimmy Wade's back to the Tennessee 15 once again in punt formation. The snap back there beautifully. He gets his kick. Away, it's partially blocked. High into the air to the Tennessee 40. It hits, kicks back downfield. Out of bounds in the 39. That was a 14-yard kick by Jimmy Wade. Wade kicked from his 25 upfield to the 39 where the Wildcats take over. And Kentucky relinquished the ball on the 29, gets it back now on the 39, 1st down and 10. Duke Canute and Tommy Atkins have come out of the Kentucky lineup. Leo Strange from Louisville Manual has come in at center. Howie Schnellenberger is coming out. Arvin Biven is now in. Bradley Mills is coming out. Herbie Hunt is now in at quarterback. He's the Mayfield senior. 6'1", weighs 165. Hunt proved for a touchdown pass that tied the Vols last year in Knoxville. He's ready to go. Mosin is backfield straight away. Chateau at left half goes in motion. The handoff is to Tom Fillion, who's in there at fullback, and Fillion goes to about the Tennessee 36 or 37. Stopped by left tackle Bob Fisher. Dick Mitchell is at the other halfback. Tom Fillion, a 5'10 senior from Owensboro. Dick Mitchell, a 5'8 junior, is from Somerset. The ball is 3 yards downfield. We're at 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats in the Tennessee 36. Almost near the middle of the field. Mitchell is at right, Chateau at left, and Fillion at fullback. As Hunt, the quarterback, hands off to Mitchell. He goes through to the 25, the 35, running down to the 30, and on down to the Tennessee 25. His knee was on the ground at the 26. 10-yard run by little Dick Mitchell as Jerry Hyde finally got him, and that's Kentucky's 8th first down here in the first quarter with a 7-0 lead. 1st down and 10 on the Tennessee 26, about 21 or 2 yards out from across the way. That's the northern side of the field, open side to the right. Hunt mows in. Chateau, the left halfback, is up very close to the line this time. Hunt gives again to Mitchell, goes inside the 25 to about the 24. Dick Mitchell was taught by Mac Franklin, Tennessee's left end and captain. 2-yard gain by Mitchell, puts it up to Hunt, 2nd down and 8. He has the Wildcats in open huddle back in the 32 and 3, calling the 2nd and 8 play. Wildcats are up, the backfield straight away with a line split. Tennessee's in a 6-2-1, overshifted slightly to the right. Handoff is to Fillion, dives into the center of the Tennessee line. The hole was not there, the entire center. Bob Fisher, Charlie Coffey, Bob Cleninger, John Powell, Darius McCord, the right tackle, all in there, the hole. Down to the 22 as Fillion got 2 more yards. It's now 3rd down and 6. Kentucky ran a 4th down play just a moment ago from the 29. So they may not be punting on next down if they don't get 6 this time. Hunt mows in, Tennessee in a 6-man line. Overshifted slightly to the right. Herbie Hunt's back to pass, runs back to the 30, comes down to the 25, looks for his man. He can't find him. He's going to be caught. Now he throws right to Tennessee on the 15-yard line. He dropped it, though. And Hunt almost gave it away then to Darius McCord, the right tackle. Hunt had all afternoon to throw the ball, couldn't find anybody. Bill Barbage came through there and cracked him back about the 28. And Hunt just wildly threw the ball right almost into the hands of McCord. McCord dropped it, though, on the 15, so now it's 4th down and 6. Timeout taken to the Wildcats. Getting a substitute in, it looks like Dick Maloney is coming into the Kentucky backfield, perhaps replacing Fillion. Nope, it's Hunt, the quarterback, going out, and we'll probably see Dick Chateau take over the reins now, as Dick Maloney will call the signal, which he apparently is bringing in from the Kentucky bench. Not much time remaining here in the first quarter. Kentucky's on the Tennessee 22. It's 4th down and 6. This is last try. They're in punt formation with Dick Maloney back. Will they be kicking? Nope, Mitchell's back. He dropped the ball, picked it up. He's caught back in the 31. And Tennessee again is able to stop the Wildcats inside the 30 as Roger Rothroth came cracking through and got Dick Mitchell, who dropped the snap from center. Tennessee takes over on its 31. So the Wildcats caught Tennessee with a short 14-yard kick and were unable to take advantage of it. They lead 7-0. Here's the end of the first quarter. Tennessee trailing the Wildcats by a score of 7-0. Tennessee going into the second quarter now, trailing 7-0 as possession at its 31. First down and 10. Kentucky has dominated this first quarter of play. At the end of the first quarter, Auburn leads Clemson 12-0. At the half, Michigan leads Ohio State 13-0. At the quarter, South Carolina leads Wofford 14-0. And at the quarter, West Virginia leads North Carolina State 7-0. Tennessee is going to throw the single wing to the right with the open side of the field to the left. Kentucky has gone into a 7-man line, almost an 8, backing out to a 6 now. Schwanger, who's back in there at fullback, keeps on a fake to Bringle and comes out to about the 33 where Leo Strange made the tackle, a gain of maybe 2 yards on the play. Schwanger is in at fullback, and Bringle is now in at tailback, replacing Jimmy Wade. He's up to the 33, second down and 8 for Tennessee. Jerry Hyde still in at wing back. Single wing right off the balance line. Kentucky in the 6-man line. Here's a quick kick by Tennessee. Bringle backs up, kicks it to Dick Mitchell down on the Kentucky 30. Mitchell goes back and gets it at the 20. Comes out to the 25, the 30, 31, 2, and may have made the 33. Nice play, Dick Mitchell, who really hustled back to get to the 20. Ray Chapman, who's in there replacing Cloninger at Tennessee Center, got him down on the 32. No, Tennessee quick kicking to get Kentucky out of its territory, and Kentucky has called timeout. They'll be in possession at their 32, first down and 10 with a 7-0 lead when we go back to play. Bob Hardy gets a nice hand as he comes in off the Kentucky bench. At the half, Boston leads Temple 7-0. Dick Chateau coming out. Michigan State leads Marquette 14-9 at the half. Harvard leading Yale 6-0 at the half. Penn State leading Pittsburgh 10-0 at the half. Another halftime score, Holy Cross 20, Fordham 0. The end of the quarter, Furman 7, Wake Forest 6. Kentucky is dominating the football game so far. They took the opening kickoff in their 26 and fumbled at the Tennessee 15 to relinquish possession for the first time, but Jimmy Wade fumbled on the Tennessee's first play. Schnellenberger recovered. Meilinger carried the ball 3 straight times and scored. Hardy converted, and that's the picture right now. Kentucky 7, Tennessee nothing. We're just going into the second quarter. This is the first Kentucky play of the second quarter. Dick Mitchell is coming out to the left as a flanker. Fillion in at fullback. Bradley Mills at left halfback. Bob Hardy at quarterback. Belly play, pitches out to Mills, sweeps up to the 35 and on out to the 36. He was caught in there by Jerry Hyde. Bradley Mills came upfield about 4 yards to the 36. We're at his second down and 6 for the Wildcats. Dan Sikanovich is now at left end for Tennessee. He made the tackle there with Jerry Hyde. Sikanovich is 6'3", weighs 190 as Mac Franklin, the captain, is out. Bob Hardy ready to go. His backfield straight away. Takes, fakes, gives in there to fullback Tom Fillion. Fillion blasts away to about the Kentucky 39. Maybe 2 or 3 yard gain there. See where the ball is spotted down. Fillion running out of fullback. Went up to the Wildcat 39 for a gain of 3. Third down and 3 now for the Wildcats. And again, it was Sikanovich, the left end, that made the tackle for Tennessee. Bill Barbich, who has done a great job defensively for Tennessee, is not in there at the moment. Kentucky ready to operate. 3rd and 3 play. Hardy takes, hands off Fillion, jumps, the line, comes out to the 30, to the 44, it's a first down. Tom Fillion did a nice job on that one. Jumped over the Tennessee line. Nobody can claim a tackle on that one. Is definitely right. As Fillion leaped the line to get Kentucky's 9th first down. Upfield on the 44. This is much the way Florida did against Tennessee last week. Pushed them all over the field, but couldn't quite beat them. Hardy takes, gives, right halfback. Driving away is Dick Mitchell. Nice run by Dick Mitchell, and very nice play by the right side of the Kentucky line. Joe Cook, Bill Wheeler, Jim Proffitt will open the way for Mitchell to go in to near midfield. He's down after about a 6-yard gain at midfield by Bobby Scott, the right guard, and Hal Hubbard, who's now in at blocking back for Tennessee from Lynchburg, Virginia, teammate of Jimmy Wade. 2nd down and 4 for the Wildcats, right at midfield, open field to their left. The back straight away. Hardy takes, gives to Fillion, who jumps the line again and goes into Tennessee territory, down to about the ball 49. Tom Fillion once again was leaping over the line on that 2nd down and 4 play. 3rd down coming up now. The ball is at the Tennessee 49, about 3 yards shy of the line to gain. Tom Hensley at left tackle and Ray Chapman at center made the tackle for Tennessee. 3rd and 3 play from the Tennessee 49. Kentucky backfield straight away against the 6-man line. Hardy takes, fakes, gives off. Running with the ball is Dick Mitchell, the right halfback. He got it down to the 45. Beautiful play by Dick Mitchell. Jim Demo, the left guard, and Chapman made the tackle. That's 10 first downs for Kentucky. They're now in the Tennessee 45, having moved from their own 32. The clock has just come on. We'd rather not believe it here for a few minutes. Here's Hardy, handing off, quick opener to Mills. Laterals back to Fillion at the 30, 35, down to the 25, down to the 20, the 15. He's caught down on the 12. Tom Fillion almost went on the way that time. A beautiful lateral by Bradley Mills. Tennessee may have an injury on the play. Beautiful play by Bobby Scott, who ran Fillion down from the back. Fillion raced downfield from the 35 to the Tennessee 12. The Wildcats go into a huddle now as Tennessee's called timeout, trailing 7-0. Some of the first stringers are coming back in for the Vols. John Powell coming in at right guard. Here's McCluskey coming back in at left guard. Jimmy Wade is staying out of there at tailback. Injured on the play was Bobby Scott, who made the tackle on Tom Fillion. Well, Tennessee's in trouble. They trailed 7-0. And Kentucky had a 3rd and 3 play there, which they got the yardage for the first down to the Tennessee 45. And on 1st down and 10, handoff from Bob Hardy to Bradley Mills, who lateral to Fillion. And the play went 33 yards to the Tennessee 12. And the Wildcats are threatening. This way Kentucky lines up. Dude Hennessy. A Paris Jr. is in there at left end. Marvin Bevan left tackle. Neil Lowry left guard. Strange is at center. Joe Cook, Bill Wheeler, Jim Proffitt. On the right side of the Wildcat line, Bob Hardy's at quarterback, Dick Mitchell at left half, Bradley Mills at right, and Tom Fillion's at fullback. As most of the first string Kentucky backfield is getting a rest right now, and a good many of the up front regulars are getting a rest, namely Ray Correll. No change in the Kentucky lineup as they move up to the Tennessee 12. It's 1st down and 10. Hardy's back to pass in the end zone to Proffitt. He dropped it. Beautiful pass for Bob Hardy right to Jim Proffitt, who dropped it. The ball hit him right at the belt buckle, and Jim Proffitt let it get away from him. Proffitt would have had his 2nd touchdown against Tennessee as he scored the tying touchdown last year. Swanger was back there with him, but Swanger was behind Proffitt, and Hardy threw a strike. It's 2nd down and 10 now from the Tennessee 12. Hardy moves in, the backfield straight away, and the line split. Hardy moves to the left, gives off. Here's Bradley Mills going to the Tennessee 5 on a beautiful 7-yard run right off his left tackle. And a lot of credit there to Arvin Bevan as they wedged on him. Dude Hennessy made a beautiful block and opening the way for Mills down to the Tennessee 5. Cloninger and Jerry Hyde made the tackle. It's 3rd down and 3 for the Wildcats on the Tennessee 5. 2 big downs coming up. Bob Hardy moves in, takes, keeps, going right, looks for a receiver, can't find him, pitches back. Bradley Mills outside, goes all the way for the touchdown. Oh, that was a tremendous play by Bob Hardy. who kept that ball, looked like he was going to pass and looked like he was going to put it away and try to make it himself outside tackle. And about that time, Bradley Mills, the trailer, put on the steam. Hardy pitched back to him, and that's exactly the way Kentucky scored last week against Memphis State. Bradley Mills has just scored his first touchdown against Tennessee. Matter of fact, that's the first time Bradley Mills has scored in his collegiate career. He's just given Kentucky a 13-0 lead. Bob Hardy and Dude Hennessy are going to try and team up for the second extra point. Hennessy will hold. Hardy will kick from about the 9. Hennessy over, waiting for the snap. There it is, the placement. Hardy boots, it's blocked, no good. And the score remains 13-0. Let's pick up the Kentucky band across the lane. Well, Kentucky has gone into a 2-touchdown lead over Tennessee, 13-0. And this is the first time since 1935 that that's happened. The Wildcats will be kicking off now for the second time in the football game. Steve Meilinger is back in at left halfback. There were 3 reserves in the backfield at that time went downfield for that touchdown. That touchdown drive, incidentally, was 68 yards. Tennessee quick kick to the Wildcats. Dick Mitchell moved it from the 20 back to the 32. Kentucky took over and went straight downfield, including a 33-yard run by Bradley Mills, who lateraled to Tom Fillion, who went to the Tennessee 12. Kentucky scored on a 3rd down and 3 play from the 5. Bradley Mills went 7 yards after an incompleted pass in the end zone to Profit. On 2nd down, Mills went 7 yards to the 5, and on 3rd down and 3, Mills went 5 yards to the pay dirt. Meilinger is ready to kick off now from the flat on the ground. He lifts it up over the restraining line to the 25, down to the 20 where Schwanger gets it, out to the 25, the 30, into the 35, the 40, almost got into the open at the 45, and he's cut down from the rear. Steve Meilinger made the tackle for the Wildcats. Joe Cook was trying to get in there when he was cut out of the play. Meilinger had help from Bradley Mills in making the tackle at the Tennessee 45. First down and 10 for the Volunteers on their 45. Open side of the field to the left. Single wing right off the balance line. Kentucky is now in almost an 8-man line. The snap is back to the tailback. Jimmy Wade angles off the strong side, comes out to the 47. He's hit very hard. Joe Cook was in there on the play for the Wildcats, and Tommy Atkins, a linebacker. Just now getting off the ground is Duke Newt. Up on the Volunteer 47, it was a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 for the Vols. Tennessee doesn't own a first down yet. We're in the second quarter as Kentucky leads 13-0. The clock here at Stallfield broke up midway the first quarter, and we're unable to tell you how much time remains. Single wing right for the Vols. Snap back to the fullback, hands off to Jimmy Wade, moving out to the left side. Knut's blocked out of the play. Wade's running. Atkins got him over on the 45. A beautiful play. Tommy Atkins. Racing right in there with Atkins was Al Zampino, the right end. And Joe Cook, the little right guard, did a good job in getting in there and turning Wade wide. There was a loss of a yard on that play, although there was a lot of running by Wade. The snap was to Schwanger, the fullback, who handed off to his tailback, Wade, the deep man. Tennessee 3rd down and 9. Open side of the field now to the right of the Volunteers. There are 9 minutes in the first half. Tennessee lines up, single wing right, which is the open side of the field for them. Kentucky's in another 8-man line. There's the snap, flag on the play. Wade is thrown down by Correll back on the 34-yard line. But we believe Kentucky was offsides. Ray Correll got Wade back at the 35. Beautiful play by Kentucky's All-American left guard, but they're nullifying it. We believe Kentucky was offsides. That's the first time a flag has been down this afternoon. Tennessee definitely is going to take that penalty. Make it 3rd down and 4 on the Kentucky 49. Well, that was a damaging penalty to Kentucky because Tennessee would have had to have kicked. back in its 35 as they lost that time 11 yards. The charging Ray Terrell. Now Tennessee's on Kentucky's 49 for the first time this afternoon. Tennessee's in Kentucky territory, 3rd down and 4. It's still a great big play for the Vols. They need their first down to hold on to the ball. The snap back to Wade, running right. He's going to pass. Looks for his man open. Throws a long one way downfield. It may go. No, dropped on the 10-yard line. Roger Rotroff was open and dropped it at the 10. He was in behind Meilinger, who tried to get up for it. It was over his head, and Rotroff dropped it. So now it's 4th down, Tennessee on the Kentucky 49. Tennessee huddles up now for a 4th down and 4 play. For the first time, they're in Kentucky territory. Jimmy Wade's the deep man at the 40. Meilinger back to the Kentucky 10 in safety. Wade calling signals from the deep. Offsides. Charging in there was Ray Carell. He contacted Darius McCord, the wide man for Tennessee. If that's Kentucky's offsides, it's Tennessee's ball, 1st down. Kentucky was offsides, and they're getting it to Tennessee, 1st down and 10. Down on the 44-yard line. 2 straight offsides penalties against the Wildcats have given Tennessee its first down of the afternoon. We're midway the second quarter. Kentucky leads Tennessee 13-0. Meilinger is back deep for the Wildcats. Bradley Mills at right halfback and Bob Hardy at left halfback. And Kentucky is almost, the rest of them, on the line. Just about an 8-man line. It's 6-2 right now. Pallone goes up on the line. And Atkins moves up on the line. Now Cook drops back on the snap. Schwanger, the fullback, up the middle. Goes down to the 41. Is hit by Atkins and thrown back along with help from Joe Cook to about the 43. Nice play by Cook, and Atkins came through splendidly with Bucher-Newt. 2nd down play coming out for the Volunteers. They're on the Kentucky 42 after a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8. A lot of hard hitting out on that football field this afternoon. Tennessee, ball in equal distance between the sidelines. 2nd down and 8 on the Kentucky 42. Single wing is right. Snapping there to Wade, the tailback. He's racing out to the right. Schnellenberger blocked out of it. Wade's caught, though, at the 40. Nice play by Tommy Atkins as he got help from Hardy, Schnellenberger, and Joe Cook. Also, Bucher-Newt in on the play. Wade was down on the 40 for a 2-yard gain. 3rd down and 6 for Tennessee. The temperature up in the mid-60s this afternoon. There's not a cloud in sight here at Lexington. Beautiful day. Fans across the way in the Northern Stadium in their shirt sleeves. About 38,000 on hand. Tennessee, single wing right, open side of the field off the weak side. The snap to Schwanger, to Wade, back to pass. He's caught by Schnellenberger and down on the 44. Pete Kirk also in on the play. Kirk got him around the knees, and Schnellenberger knocked him off balance at the 44. Loss of 4 yards, 4th down and 10, Tennessee. But Tennessee was unable to do anything with the Kentucky offsides twice on one series of downs. Roger Rotroff was all the way in the end zone that time, as apparently Wade was supposed to get a pass away. Now he's back in punt formation to the Tennessee 45. Meilinger is the safety man. Drifts back to the Kentucky 15. Wade stands poised. Long count. High snap. Wade gets it. His kick gets away. High, short one. Meilinger doesn't handle it. Goes down to the 15, the 10. A beautiful kick to the 7, to the 6, and rolls there. The beautiful kick by Jimmy Wade to the Kentucky 6-yard line. Tennessee's got a man out on the 24. There's a tremendous block in there by Bob Hardy that time. And John Powell, Tennessee's right guard, is hurt. Kentucky now has it 1st and 10 on its own 6-yard line. This is the deepest the Wildcats have been this afternoon. Powell is up on his feet, okay, staying in the ball game as Tennessee trainer Mickey O'Brien comes off the field. Now checking in for the Volunteers is Captain Max Franklin at left end. Dan Sikonovich is coming out. Kentucky ready to go 1st and 10 from its own 6. Mills at right halfback. Ralph Pallone is at fullback now, and Meilinger at left halfback. Tennessee is penalized 5 yards for a delay of the game. So the Wildcats have it 1st down and 5 from the 11. That's the first penalty against Tennessee, only the third one of the ball game. Kentucky ready to go. Hardy takes, mows right, gives off. Pallone sweeping to the right, gets up to the line of scrimmage. That's all he can get. Maybe he made the 12 for a 1-yard gain. Darius McCord, the right tackle, was in to catch him. Let's see where they got Ralph Pallone down. He's down on a 12, 1-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 4. At the quarter, Illinois needs Northwestern 6-0. Here's Kentucky. Open side of the field to the left. Backfield straight away. Hardy takes. Gives into Pallone. Drives out to the 15. The big fullback. Blasting away up the middle. Comes to the 15 for a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd down and 1. Tackle made by Schwanger, Hubbard, Cloninger, Coffey. All of them in on the play. The ball is right at the hash mark on the Kentucky 15. About 18 yards out from the northern side of the field. 3rd down and 1 play coming up. Hardy moves in, takes, keeps right, fakes the pitch back, keeps, comes out for the 1st down to about the 17. Bob Hardy made it. Mac Franklin made the tackle. That's Kentucky's 12th 1st down in this first half of play. And Kentucky leads 13-0. The ball is on the Kentucky 17. 1st down and 10. Kentucky's moved upfield 11 yards. Thanks to a 5-yard Tennessee offside delay of the game penalty. Hardy gives. Meilinger pitches back to Mills, who's caught behind the line of scrimmage. Back in the 17. He gets back up to the line. Jerry Hyde and Mac Franklin, Roger Rotroff were all in there. No gain. 2nd down and 10. Tennessee has called timeout. Check that. The officials have called timeout as we have 4 minutes in the first half of play. 4 minutes. So let's us pause 20 seconds for station identification. This is the Standard Oil Sports Network.
You're listening to WVLK, Lexington.
Back to action now. Wildcats 2nd and 10 on their 17. Hardy takes, keeps moving right. Comes out to the 20 as he's caught from around the neck by Bob Cloninger. Thrown to the ground at the Kentucky 20, where it's 3rd down and 7 now for the Wildcats. We're inside the final 4 minutes. Ermal Allen, over in front of the Kentucky bench, just signaled a kick. Let's see if we interpreted that signal correctly. Kentucky's in the tee and shift out the punt formation. Meilinger going deep. Goes back to the 7. Gets the snap, drops it, picks it up, and miraculously gets it away. Fair catch up on the 45. Correll let Jimmy Wade make it and backed away from him. Meilinger did a great job in getting that kick away as he juggled it. Tennessee gets the ball back on its 45, 1st and 10. Kentucky leading 13-0. Dick Chateau now in the Kentucky lineup. And Bob Hardy's out. Joe Platt has come in. Hardy and Platt playing halfbacks. Meilinger's the deep man. Here's Tennessee up to the line of scrimmage. They're 45, 1st and 10. Single wing right. Snap back to Jimmy Wade, racing to the right, going to pass, fires a screen pass, incomplete up to Jerry Hyde, the wing back at the 50. Chateau was right in there behind him. Tommy Atkins out in this side zone. Tennessee flooded the right side zone. Pass intended for Hyde. The wing back couldn't hold on to it. Wade got it to him nicely. Kentucky has scored in each of the quarters, leading 13-0. We're within about 3 minutes of halftime. Tennessee, single wing right. Kentucky is in an 8-man line. 3 deep men. Now shifting out to a 7. Wade takes. Screen pass. No good at the 41. Barbish. Or check that, Hubbard, the blocking back. Got one hand on it at the 40, but couldn't hold on to it. 3 short passes incomplete. 1 to Hyde, the wing back. 1 to Hal Hubbard, the blocking back. Off the bench, Sikanovich. Coming in at left end to replace Franklin. Franklin races off the short side of the field in front of the Kentucky bench to get out of there before another delay of the game penalty. Tennessee breaks huddle. Kentucky has dominated play so far with a 13-0 lead. There are 2 minutes in the first half now. Tennessee, 3rd and 10 on its 45. Single wing right. 7-man, Kentucky line, 7-diamond. Wade takes back to pass. Cook, Corral rush in there. They got him back on the 40. He fumbles. Kentucky got it up on the 40. No good. Dead ball. Great play by Ray Corral. Joe Cook also in there. Loss of 5 on the play. 4th down and 15. Halftime score, Iowa and Notre Dame 7-7. At the quarter, Minnesota leading Wisconsin 7-0. At the quarter, Duke leading Georgia Tech 3-0. Jimmy Wade back to the 30, punt formation. Bradley Mills is the deep man at the Kentucky 30. Wade gets the snap of beauty. He's right. He got his kick away, though. Bradley Mills watches it go out of bounds across the way at the Kentucky 32. The Wildcats gained 12 yards on that exchange of kicks. Dick Chateau coming out. Herbie Hunt in at quarterback. At a half, Villanova 7, Syracuse nothing. Auburn 26, Clemson 6. Washington and Lee 7, William and Mary nothing. Wildcats on its 32, 1st and 10. 13-0 lead. Backfield straight away. Platt at right. Meilinger left. Malone full. Herbie Hunt quarterbacking, calling signals against 6-man line. Hands off to Bradley Mills, the left halfback. Comes outside the 35 and on up to about the 39. Great run by the Lynch sophomore. Cloninger and McCord of Tennessee made the tackle. Flag down on the play. Backfield in motion. There's another 5-yard penalty, the 3rd of the afternoon, coming out against Kentucky. No 15-yard penalty so far. He lies back to the 27. 1st down and 15 for Kentucky. At a half, North Carolina leading Virginia 7-0. West Virginia leading North Carolina State 34-0. And at the end of the quarter, Purdue leads Indiana 7-0. Kentucky 1st and 15 on its 27. Out of the huddle, Bradley Mills at left half. Meilinger is out of there. Hunt calling, drops. Tennessee's got it on the 25. Herbie Hunt dropped the ball on the snap from center. And Tennessee's Tom Hensley, the left tackle, fell on it quickly. Kentucky has called timeout. So Tennessee is going to get it here for some fireworks in the closing minute and a half. They have it down on the Kentucky 25, 1st down and 10. This is the farthest downfield the Volunteers have been this afternoon. Sun shining brilliantly here and almost a negligible breeze. Dick Maloney coming in and Hunt's coming out. The shadow of the press box has extended from the 20-yard lines halfway across the field. Both teams playing in the sunshine right now, though. The kickoff time was moved up a half hour. Since 2 years ago, at this football game, they had to turn the lights on for the 4th quarter of play. Incidentally, senior blocking back Hal Hubbard, who came in there a moment ago, is the older brother of a freshman guard named Bill Hubbard, who's for the Vols this afternoon. Both the boys, along with tailback Jimmy Wade, played high school ball at Glass High in Lynchburg, Virginia. Tennessee in the center of the field at the Kentucky 25, moved to the line of scrimmage. Single wing right. Kentucky has loosened up the defenses a little bit. They're in a 7-1, 7-diamond, overshifted to the left. A wing back around, Hyde going to the left. He doesn't get his blocking, comes to the line of scrimmage and is thrown back to the 27. Joe Cook. Then a host of Wildcats in there who weren't fooled by that wing back around the weak side. 2nd down play coming out. The clock here at Stall Field is in awful bad shape. Not even running. Back to the 26. It's 2nd down and 11 for the Vols. Time, a big element now. Tennessee will be going for the long yardage. Single wing right. That's the open side. Kentucky in a 6-man line. Wade gets the ball, races back, has protection, throws to the end zone, way over everybody's head. Back at the goal line. Rodcroft leaped in the air, but he couldn't get to it. Bradley Mills was back there with him along with Dick Maloney. Dick Maloney is a Dixie Heights boy, 19-year-old sophomore, stands 5'11". Tennessee 3rd down on the Kentucky 26, 11 to go. Wildcats leading 13-0. Touchdowns by Meilinger and Bradley Mills. One extra point, the first attempt by Bob Hardy. He missed on the second as it was blocked. Tennessee's third down and 11 play now from the Kentucky 26. They tighten up on the set signal. Single wing right. Kentucky in a six-man line. Almost a 5. Wade back to pass. Throws in. Almost intercepted by Maloney. Down on the Kentucky 18. Jerry Hyde was the man for whom it was pitched over his head with Atkins in front. Maloney in back almost got it. The Vols have another crack at it. Fourth down and 11 from the Kentucky 26. A wing back around and 2 passes. A deep one and a flat pass, incomplete. Rod Trump out. Ed Cantrell in it, right in for the Vols. Jam-packed stadium here in Lexington this afternoon, as it always is for Tennessee. Single wing right for Tennessee. Fourth down play, 11 yards to go from the Kentucky 26. Snap back to Wade. He's going to pass. He's hit by Correll, who slides off of him. The pass lobbed down to the 5. It's completed, and he's down at about the 4. Pass caught by Jerry Hyde, the wingback. And Tennessee gets its first down, and they may have punched themselves right back into this ball game. Bradley Mills made the tackle. Tennessee's got a first down and goal to go on the Kentucky 4. We wish we could tell you how much time remains. Tennessee on the Kentucky 4, first and goal to go now. Single wing right. Jimmy Wade gets it. Running right. He's going to throw for the touchdown. Nope, he's going to run. He made it. Standing up. Tennessee made that one look awful easy. After they got a fourth down and 11 pass for a first down on the 4, Jimmy Wade kept threatening the pass, kept angling out wide to the right. And now it's 13-6, and Tennessee's right back in the football game. Bob Bringle coming in, along with Terry Sweeney, a wingback. Schwanger and Wade coming out. Sweeney due in there, didn't make it. The coaches yelled for him to have a seat. Tennessee trying for the extra point now, and it's a very big one. Pat Shires is in to try for the extra point. Here's the snap. Shires kicks. It's good. 13-7. No good. Wait a minute. No, that's the end of the half, apparently. The kick was good, and Tennessee apparently scored just as the half ended. We are unable to see a clock up here, and we can't tell you how much time remains. Tennessee on that touchdown drive went only 25 yards as they recovered a Kentucky fumble. Herbie Hunt fumble. Tennessee recovered and went 25 yards, although they lost 1 yard on their first 3 plays. They threw a fourth down and 11 pass as Wade hit Hyde at the Kentucky 4, and then Wade went over for the touchdown on the first down and goal to go play. And there apparently were just seconds to go when Wade went over. So now, before the halftime ceremonies, here's the way the scoring went. In the first quarter, 9 minutes and 11 seconds to go, when Steve Meilinger went over from 3 plays out on the 17. Meilinger went from the last play, was 2 yards out. Hardy's kick was good, and Kentucky led 7-0, which was the way it stood at the end of the first quarter. Then Kentucky reeled off another touchdown in the second quarter. Bradley Mills lateraling to Tom Fillion, which went 33 yards to the Tennessee 12. Bradley Mills went to the 5 after Jim Profit dropped a pass in the end zone from Bob Hardy. And then Mills went over from 5 yards out, standing up for the touchdown. Hardy missed the extra point, and it was 13-0. With just seconds to go, about 2 or 3 seconds, Jimmy Wade went over from 5 yards out after Tennessee recovered a Kentucky fumble on the 25. Pat Shires kicked the extra point, and that's the halftime picture. Kentucky 13, Tennessee 7. Now for halftime, here is Ted Broussard.
Thank you, sir. Well, we're mighty glad you made it, Mr. Sullivan. After a very furious, fast, exciting first quarter there, I think Claude had just about as little left as some of the lads, or maybe less than some of the boys who were playing football. At Kentucky marching 100s on the field right now. You know, all day, all morning around here, people have been talking about Tennessee, and some of those who thought for this once here for a long time Kentucky might have a chance of winning this ball game have been saying that Tennessee is a second-half ball team. Tennessee is a second half, a third quarter, and every quarter ball game, anytime or anywhere they play. Tennessee is a last-minute, a last-second ball club. They keep playing all the time. As you've gathered from Claude's description, Kentucky has dominated the first half of play. I don't think anybody feared the outcome of this on the basis of team comparison here today, Kentucky against Tennessee. The one thing that Kentucky fans have been afraid of is dropping a ball, a fumble, losing it. They did that early in the game, recovered, however, when Tennessee fumbled and gave it right back to them. And a moment ago, when Herbie Hunt dropped one, that set up the play that, with just a very few seconds remaining, permitted Tennessee to score. We've got a whale of a deal on our hands here for another 30 minutes of ball playing this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, with a jam-packed stadium, more than 38,000 customers, we'd say, on hand here this afternoon on a beautiful day. What has been, up until now, a most beautiful day for Kentucky fans, too. And a contingent of several thousand Tennessee fans from around Knoxville Way and other points in Tennessee and throughout the nation to see this big one. The Tennessee fans have been comparatively quiet throughout the first half. They haven't had much of anything to do any cheering about, as Kentucky has been the better of the two teams through the first two quarters. One drop that was costly. That's the one thing that they were afraid of, and it finally happened. Tennessee, as you know, a very cautious team. Even trailing 13-0, they'll kick on third down. They'll do a lot of things that a lot of teams don't do. But with the fine record the Volunteers have, apparently it pays off, the kind of ball they play. Kentucky as a team, fine. Very determined. I don't believe there's any amount of, fear is not the word, but any question that Kentucky feels they can beat the Tennessee Volunteers this year. Always before, as you've heard, the orange jerseys show up on the field, and right away they have an edge over the Kentucky Wildcats. That hasn't been true today, and regardless of the outcome of this affair here this afternoon, that still isn't true. Kentucky may make mistakes to lose a ball game. They may go on, play better ball, and win it. But whatever happens, nobody's afraid of anybody on Stahl Field this afternoon. They're fighting it out, and a very beautiful job, much to the delight of these thousands of fans who are on hand. Let's listen to the Marching 100. That applause, ladies and gentlemen, is for Don and Donna Wilson, dad and daughter baton twirling team. Well, right now, let's take a time out here for station identification. This is the Standard Oil Sports Network.
You're listening to WVLK Lexington.
And we're ready to go now with the second half. Kentucky leading 13-7. Tennessee out on the field and ready to go. Kentucky now breaking huddle, moving out, and the second half about ready to get underway. Kentucky will kick off to Tennessee to start the second half. Jimmy Wade, Jerry Hyde, Ted Schwanger will be the deep men. Kentucky has kicked off twice to Tennessee, and neither kick has been a deep one. No kick deeper than the 20. At the end of the quarter, Baylor leads SMU 13-0. At the end of the third quarter, Holy Cross leads Fordham 20-0. At the half, Illinois leads Northwestern 18-0. At the quarter, Arkansas and LSU are 6-6. At the quarter, no score between TCU and Rice, nor Missouri and Kansas. At the half, Furman leads Wake Forest 14-6. At the half, Georgia Tech leads Duke 6-3. At the quarter, Oklahoma leads Nebraska 2-0. The end of the quarter, that is. The end of the quarter, no score between Georgia and Mississippi Southern. Here's the second half. Meilinger kicks it down to the Tennessee 14. Fumble picked up by Schwanger. Out to the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, 36, 37. Before he is finally cut down by Joe Platt. Due to Hennessy, or rather Joe Platt, in on that play for the Wildcats. And now we're into the second half of play. Out on the Tennessee 38. First down and 10 for the Vols. They trail 13-7. Single wing right. Tennessee scoring in the closing seconds of the half. Snap back to Wade. Races off a big hole to the right side of the 40-41, where he's caught on a great tackle by Tommy Atkins. Also went on to play Schnellenberger, who caught him right around the ankles. Got him upfield on the 41, a gain of 3. Second down and 7, Tennessee. Kentucky scored in each of the first two quarters. Tennessee scored in just the closing seconds of play. Second down and 7 on their own 41. Open side of the field to the left, which is weak. Snap goes back to Schwanger. He spins, goes up the middle, comes out to about the 45. Fullback Ted Schwanger blasting right into the center of the Kentucky line, caught by Duke Canute. 4-yard gain. Third down and 3. Big play coming out for the Vols. 13.5 minutes in the third quarter. Just in through the second half. Here at Stall Field, brilliant sunshiny day, not a cloud in the sky. Tennessee, balance line. Single wing right. Kentucky has the defenses overshifted way to the left. Snap to Wade. He's going to pass on 3rd and 3. Out in the left flat. It's batted down beautifully by Bob Hardy. And almost intercepted by Tommy Atkins. So it's up to the Vols now, 4th down and 3. As they were passing on a 3rd and 3. Throwing into the out of bounds to Roger Rockwell. Very, very fine defensive maneuver by left halfback Bob Hardy. Meilinger in safety. Back to the Kentucky 16. Jimmy Wade in punt formation at the Volunteer 34. Kentucky has rushed him well so far this afternoon. Here's his kick over the head of Schnellenberger. Meilinger moves up, lets it hit at the 26, 25, down to the 20, out of bounds on the Kentucky 14. Another great kick by Jimmy Wade. Wildcats will take over at its 14, first down and 10. Now we'll see the Vols go into their usual game. Wildcats back up deep. Tennessee will be trying to create a fumble. Bob Hardy is at quarterback. Ralph Pallone is at fullback. Joe Platt at right half. Meilinger at left half. Hardy, the quarterback, moves up. The backfield straight away. Tennessee in a 5-man line. Snap. Hardy moving left. Gives. Meilinger comes on out. Tries to lateral. Gets past the 15 and on up to about the 17. Bob Fisher, left tackle for Tennessee, made the tackle. Steve Meilinger carried a rule to the Kentucky 18. A gain of 4. Second down and 6. 12 minutes, 45 seconds in the third quarter. Kentucky leading 13-7. A bowl bid could be riding with the winner. Back straight away. Hardy moves in behind Tommy Atkins, calling signals, gets, fakes, gives back to Pallone. The fullback bangs away to the 20. Comes on out to the 24. It's close to the first down. It's first down. A clutch second down and 6 play by Ralph Malone comes 7 yards to the 24. Kentucky ready to go on its 24, first and 10. Hardy takes most of the weak side to the right, comes out to the 25, is hit, thrown back to the 24. Hardy that time was moving away from his blocking, which was set up to his left. Don Powell, Bob Cloninger stopped him at the 25. 1 yard gain by Hardy, makes it 2nd and 9. Wildcats moving to the line of scrimmage now. The backs remain straight away. Hardy moves in behind Atkins, moves left, gives off to Meilinger, who pitches back to Plone. He's out to the 30, bowls his way on out to the 35. That's a first down, we believe. Bob Cloninger got him down. It's going to be very close to a first down. Beautiful play by Meilinger. It's a first down. Malone came out to the 35 for Kentucky's 15th first down. 2 straight first downs for the Wildcats. Moved it from the 14 out to the 35 in their territory. Back to the straightaway. Hardy takes, moves right, gives, Platt fumbles. Here's a fight for the ball, and let's see who got it. Tennessee got it. Mac Franklin. Tennessee playing for the fumble, gets it. And they take over on the Kentucky. Joe Platt and Hardy trying to handle the ball in there close. The fumble was on the Kentucky 36, and that's where the Volunteers take over. So now the Volunteers get their break, and they'll be playing to go ahead in this ball game as they trail 6 points. Timeout has been taken by Tennessee, stopping the clock with 10.5 minutes in the 3rd quarter of play. Vol fans hoping it up here now at Stall Field, trying to get things going. Across the way, UK is going to hoop it up. Let's see if we can pick up their yell. Darius McCord has been injured. We're having some jersey changing down on the field. It looked like Hyde and Franklin, the left end and wingback, exchanged jerseys, which would make Hyde be wearing 21 and Franklin 24 if they did exchange jerseys. Tennessee wears a very, very thin jersey, but you can grab a hold of it. You can easily rip it off a man's back. Volunteers on the Kentucky 36 now, first and 10. Big plays coming out, big plays. Tennessee could tie this ball game up and even go ahead on this one series right here. Single wing is right, the snap is to Wade, and he's going to throw for it. He has plenty of time, backs up to the 50 now and throws one all the way downfield. He's got a man in the open, he's got it on the 5 and goes down to the 2. It paid off as Jimmy Wade looped one all the way down to the 2-yard line. It was Mac Franklin, we believe, who exchanged jerseys with Jerry Hyde that got it on the 5 and went to the 2. 34-yard pass play. Tennessee threatening to get right back in this ball game now, as the passes have been what's hurt the Wildcats the most here. On the Wildcat 2, first down, goal to go. And the Volunteers come from 2 touchdowns behind and tie it up, as did Kentucky last year. They line up single wing right. Snap comes back to Jimmy Wade. Takes a pass, runs right, scores. Touchdown Tennessee. Ball game tied up 13-13. Pat Shires coming into the Tennessee lineup for a big extra point kick, which could give Tennessee the lead. Kentucky looked overpowering in the first half, and now Tennessee, in the closing seconds of the second quarter and in this early second half, are looking overpowering. They've tied the score up and are threatening to go ahead. Tennessee gained only 21 yards in the whole first half. They gained 34 yards just in on a pass play, and Wade has scored both touchdowns. Shires back to try for a very important extra point. Could be the lead. Shires kicks. The kick. Good. Tennessee leads 14-13. Now listen to the roar here at Stahl Field. Damaging passes against the Wildcats have given Tennessee 2 touchdowns, and the Volunteers lead after being down 13-0. Joe Platt, Ralph Pallone, Steve Meilinger move back as the deep men, as Kentucky for the first time this afternoon trails. Bob Fisher will kick off from the plastic tee at the Tennessee 40. Meilinger, the deep man, stands at about the 7. Pallone's to his left and Platt to his right at about the 10. Fisher kicks high. Platt moves up. He's got it at the 15. Comes out to the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, comes up to the 37 on a very fine run back by little Joe Platt. Kentucky fumbled the ball at its 35, where Tennessee scored in 2 plays. Bill Barbish made the tackle on Platt at the 37. Kentucky trailing 14-13 takes the ball, 1st and 10 on its 37. Backfield straight away. Hardy Mosen gets it going right, gives up to Joe Platt. Blasts his way out to the 44. Tennessee tackle made there by Jimmy Wade and Mac Franklin. The left end. Gain on the play of 7 yards, makes it 2nd and 3. Hardy ready to go now. Mows right, gives in to Platt, blasts in there to about the Kentucky 47, close to the 1st down. Bill Barbish in there for Tennessee to make the tackle. Also Bob Cloninger. Close enough to stop the clock. 8.5 minutes here in the 3rd quarter and measure for the 1st down. And the 2nd down and 3 play that got about 3 yards. Joe Platt carried the kickoff back to the 37 and has run it twice. It's 1st down. Wildcats get 1st down upfield on their 47. Tennessee leading 14-13. Kentucky out of the huddle now and up to the line of scrimmage. The backfield straight away. Meilinger and Platt at halfbacks. Pallone at fullback. Hardy quarterbacking. Goes in behind Tommy Atkins. Tennessee's in a 5-man line. Hardy takes. Gives to Pallone. Comes up past midfield. Goes to the Tennessee 49. John Powell tripped him up in there for the Volunteers. And they rule that he was down at the midfield stripe. 3-yard gain by Pallone. 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats. About 21 yards out from the southern side of the field, playing in the shadows now. No clouds yet. Hardy takes, mows left, gives to Meilinger. He's down to the Tennessee 45 and on down to the 43. With about a 7-yard gain on a 2nd down and 7 play. It's going to be close. Charlie Coffey, the left guard, made the tackle for the Volunteers. Sighting it now to see if it is a 1st down. Clock still moving. It's 1st down. Wildcats on the Tennessee 42. 1st down and 10. Tennessee leading 14-13. Kentucky took a 13-0 lead in the 2nd quarter. Here are the Wildcats ready to move. Hardy takes, moving left, fakes, keeps, pitches back to Platt. He's down to the 40, down to the 35, on down to the Tennessee 32. It's another 1st down, flag down in there in that pileup. And this is going to be a 15-yard penalty coming out against somebody. We haven't had one so far this afternoon. 15-yard penalty against Tennessee. A fight developed after Platt went down on the ground. Hyde and Barbish both in there, slugging it out with Platt. And Tennessee is penalized to its 15-yard line. Kentucky will take over. 1st and 10 on the Tennessee 20. Volunteers are not ready as Kentucky gets ready to go. They have 12 men on the field. As the snap goes, Hardy takes, keeps, and goes to the 13. Tennessee had a man in the end zone that was ineligible. They had 12 men on the field, but nothing was called. Cloninger got Hardy on the 14 for a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9. 7 minutes in the third quarter. Timeout, Tennessee. Here's a final score. Boston leading Temple 20-0. At the half, Detroit leads Tulsa 21-0. Final score, Michigan 20, Ohio State nothing. At the end of the third quarter, George Washington leads Richmond 21-0. At the end of the third quarter, Maryland leads Alabama 21-0. At the half, Davidson and Citadel tied 14-14. Final score, Dartmouth 34, Princeton 12. Final, Michigan State 21, Marquette 15. At the end of the third quarter, Notre Dame and Iowa 7-7. At the half, Wisconsin leads Minnesota 14-7. At the end of the third quarter, Penn State leads Pittsburgh 17-0. At the half, South Carolina leads Wofford 21-0. Here's Kentucky now ready to go as we go back to play on the Tennessee 14 at second down and 9. Backfield straightaway. Hardy takes, Mose left. Keeps, goes on down to the Tennessee 10 for a gain of about 4. Roger Rutroff made the tackle. Third down and 5 as Rutroff pinned Hardy up there. Bob looked like he had intentions of lateraling. Rutroff did not give him an opportunity as he smothered the ball. A big third down and 5 play on the Tennessee 10. Hardy takes, Mose left, hands off. Meilinger goes to the 5. It's a first down, we believe. Meilinger went just inside the 5. First down. Darius McCord made the tackle on Meilinger. Now Kentucky on the Tennessee 5. First down, goal to go. Can the Wildcats come from behind? Hardy moves in behind Atkins for the snap. Gets it. Mose left. Gives. Meilinger goes down to the 1-yard line. Steve Meilinger on 2 carries has gone 9 yards. Jerry Hyde finally got him down then. Second down. Goal to go Kentucky on the Tennessee 1. Tennessee leading 14-13. Kentucky up to the line of scrimmage. Hardy moves in behind Atkins, calling signals. Takes. Mose left. Dives for it. He did not get it. Hardy dived into a solid wall of Volunteers that time. He did not make the touchdown. Let's see where the ball is spotted. It's a foot away. Third down and a foot. Big play coming out. 5.5 minutes in the third quarter. Tennessee leading 14-13. Tennessee came from 2 touchdowns back. Kentucky come from 1 point. Hardy takes, drives into the right. Touchdown. Ron Hardy. That was a 67-yard drive. Climax for Bob Hardy on a third down and foot play. Barbish tried to hold him, but Hardy slipped through that little bitty hole. Kentucky's back on top, 19-14. Great big extra point coming up here. Great big one. Platt will hold. Hardy will kick from the 9. Atkins over the ball. Platt down on the left knee. Signals. Here's the placement. Hardy kicks. Good. 20-14 for Kentucky. And across the way, the UK band. Well, we've had a rip-snorting second half already as each team has scored a touchdown and an extra point. And we're right back where we were at halftime. Kentucky with a 6-point lead, now 20-14. Kentucky getting ready to kick off. At the end of the third quarter, Harvard leads Yale 13-0. Columbia leads Rutgers 21-13. And Lafayette leads Lehigh 26-7. Bradley Mills will kick off for Kentucky. Dave Kuhn of Louisville Mail is in there for the first time this afternoon. Big 6'2" freshman center. Neil Lowry now in for the Wildcats. Jim Prophet now in. Bradley Mills getting ready to kick off. The ball flat on the ground. Mills moves forward, lobs it down to the 40, rolls down to the 35. Tennessee recovers on the 34. It almost went out of bounds. Diving for it, and getting it there was Matt Franklin, the left end. Tennessee takes it first down and 10 on its own 34. Kentucky leads 20-14, 5 minutes in the third quarter. Restlessness now among the fans as each team has showed its ability to score. Single wing right for the Volunteers, which is the open side of the field. The Wildcats overship the defense. Bradley Mills, the deep man, playing in close in the 46. Snap goes back. Tailback Jimmy Wade takes it, is smothered. Profit leaps over the stack and drops him. No gain on that play as tailback Jimmy Wade tried to angle right up the center. Ray Correll made a beautiful play on him. Correll's still down on the ground. Not because he's injured, but he's just now able to get up on his feet. As the Volunteers finally come off of him. It's second down and 10, Tennessee, from their 34. We've seen great, tremendous line play by Kentucky this afternoon. 4 minutes in the third quarter. Tennessee lines up, balance line, single wing right. Kentucky is in a 7-man line, almost an 8. Snapped away, hands to Schwanger, runs off the weak side. Good blocking up to the 40, on out to the 45. Correll stops him from going to the 46. That's a first down, Tennessee, as Schwanger, running off the weak side, gets 11 yards. Joe Platt made the tackle for Kentucky, the right halfback. Ted Schwanger came right to the 45 for an 11-yard gain on second and 10. Well, the Volunteers have their first down. The ball at the hash mark from the southern side of the Tennessee 45. First down and 10, single wing right. Jerry Hyde, the wing back outside right end by just about a yard and a half. Just almost a yard. Over the ball, the snap goes back to Wade, hands off, Schwanger off the weak side once again, is caught this time at the 47 on a beautiful play by Dave Kuhn, backing the line, and Jim Profit the right end. Tom Tracy now in the fullback for Tennessee. And the ball was 1 yard upfield of the 46. Second down and 9. Wildcats line up 1, 2, 3, 4 back from the ball to put the power of their defensive line on the side where Tennessee throws the single wing backfield, which is right to the open side of the field. Over the ball is Cloninger. The snap is back to Jimmy Wade. He's going to pass. Down the middle. His man fell down on the Kentucky 45, Roger Rockcroft. And the ball went harmlessly into the ground at the 40. Rockcroft lost his balance with nobody near him. Third down and 9 on the Tennessee 46 for the Vols. 2.5 minutes in the third quarter. Kentucky 20, Tennessee 14. Mills, Chateau, and Joe Platt, deep men for Kentucky. With safety man Bradley Mills back in the 38. Kentucky loosening up the defense now, expecting a Tennessee pass, apparently. Jimmy Wade, tailback, will be the man throwing. Snap is back. Wade's going to run. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage with a flag on the line. Kentucky may have been offsides. Neil Lowry made the tackle back in the 41. There was offsides on the play, though. Let's see what it is. The ball is back to the Tennessee 41. Offsides for the Wildcats. Tennessee taking the penalty. What is now third down and 4 for Tennessee on Kentucky's 49. Many times this afternoon, about 3, we believe, that Kentucky has been injured severely. When Tennessee lost yardage, Kentucky was offsides. It's third down and 4 now instead of third and 9. And Tennessee's on the Kentucky 49, trailing by only 6 points, 20-14. Line balance, single wing right. Kentucky in a 6-man line. Snap back to Wade, fakes. Does give off, and here it is, down to the 40, down to the 35. Pratt got him down to the 26. As Tom Tracy, the fullback, again angles off the weak side, and Tennessee banging right back into the ball game. Joe Platt got on Tracy's back and rode him down at the 25. Tennessee now first down and 10 on the Kentucky 25. Timeout, Kentucky. As the Wildcats with a 20-14 lead are getting in hot water as Tennessee has backed them up to their 25, and the Volunteers threatening to come right back into this football game. As Kentucky, up in the middle part of the second quarter, took a 13-0 lead. Tennessee tied them up with a late touchdown in the second period and bounced right back for the first score in the second half for a 14-13 lead. Then we saw the Wildcats march 67 yards to take what they have right now, a 20-14 lead. And it's still anybody's football game with 2 minutes and 6 seconds in the third quarter. Dan Sikanovich replaces Mac Franklin at left end. Another Tennessee substitute. Bob Ussery, right tackle, is coming in. Apparently Darius McCord is being lifted. Ussery now reporting to the officials, and it is McCord that comes out of right tackle position for Tennessee. Now here is Bill Hubbard, third string left guard from Greenville, Tennessee, making his first appearance. And coming out is Frank McCluskey. Jerry Hyde, a moment ago, caught a long 34-yard pass from Jimmy Wade that set up Tennessee's second touchdown for Jimmy Wade to go over standing up. Caught it on the Kentucky 5 and went to the 2. Now we go for these important plays. Tennessee on the Kentucky 25, first down and 10. The wing back is out wide. Jimmy Wade, a tailback. Snap goes to Tracy, the fullback. He's got good blocking down to the 25 and cut down at about the 22 on a very fine play by Joe Platt. Platt playing very excellent defensive football here this afternoon. Got Tom Tracy at the 22 after a gain of 3 on the play. Second down and 7 for Tennessee. Minute and 45 seconds in the third quarter. The Vols trying to tie the football game up with a chance to take the lead. Hyde, the wing back this time, is into his normal position. The single wing is right toward the open side of the field. The snap is back to Wade, the tailback. He's going to pass back to the 30. Downfield it goes. It's intercepted back to the 5-yard line by Bradley Mills. Comes out to the 10 on up to the 15. Bradley Mills did a beautiful job. As that ball was batted up in the air, he took it off at the 5 and came out to the 15. And Mills makes another good move. He scored Kentucky's second touchdown. Hubbard got him. It was pitched to Jerry Hyde, the wing back. Timeout has been taken by Kentucky as they throttle the Tennessee drive with a minute and 10 seconds in the third quarter. Bradley Mills' return is back to the 15-yard line. Now with a timeout, we better pause for station identification. This is the Standard Oil Sports Network.
You're listening to WVLK, Lexington.
Once again, this is Claude Sullivan speaking from Stall Field, where Kentucky leads Tennessee 20-14. Herbie Hunt has come in at quarterback for Kentucky. Here's some other late scores. At the half, Oklahoma leads Nebraska 16-7. At the half, Rice leads TCU 7-6. At the end of the third quarter, Auburn leads Clemson 39-19. Final score, Penn State 17, Pittsburgh nothing. At the half, Missouri leads Kansas 7-0. Final score, Holy Cross 20, Fordham 7. Kentucky ready to go now on its 15, first down and 10, dangerous territory. Chateau at left halfback, Bradley Mills at right halfback, and Tom Fillion is at fullback. Atkins over the ball, Hunt calling signals, keeps, moves right, gives off. Flag down on the play, as racing out is Tom Fillion past the 20 and on up to about the 23. The flag was down back in the 16, and let's see what's been called. It'll be first down and 15. Once again, Kentucky draws a damaging 5-yard penalty. Wildcats getting backed up deep now with 64 seconds in the third quarter. Kentucky leads Tennessee 20-14. Wildcats line split, backfield straight away. Hunt moves in, shifts out the punt formation. Bradley Mills is the deep man. Here's Jimmy Wade going back to the 40 as Mills stands back in the end zone, gets the snap. His kick is away, giving Wade plenty of time to handle it at the 50. Wade's back down to the 45, cuts to the right, getting some blocking now, comes down to the 40 as Jim Pluffett got him around the ankle and wouldn't let go. Wade went down on the 40. So Tennessee is back in possession. First down and 10 on the Kentucky 40. There are 43 seconds in the third quarter. Herbie Hunt coming out. Dick Maloney has replaced Hunt. 42 seconds as the clock is stopped. Ball declared ready for play now. Tennessee uses the close type of huddle, back just in Tennessee territory. Kentucky with a 20-14 lead now, waiting for the balls. Tennessee coming to them. Balance line with a single wing right. Jimmy Wade, the big gun of the ball attack in the tailback slot. Oh, the ball is Cloninger. The snap goes back to Wade, running right. He's going to pass. Comes through there, and Carell hits him at the 40 and pulls him back to the 41. Nice play by Ray Carell, Kentucky's great left guard. Joe Cook, Neil Lowry also in on the play with Duke Canute. Jimmy Wade was down on the 41, loss of 1 yard. Second down and 11 for the Volunteers. Tom Tracy's now in at fullback. There are 15 seconds in the third quarter. Clock is start operated once again here at Stall Field. 10 seconds to go. Tennessee moves up to the line of scrimmage with 7 seconds to go. We may have the final play of the third quarter now. There are 4 seconds to go. Over the ball is Cloninger, 2 seconds to go. The snap is in time, and Tennessee's last play of the quarter. Pass out in the left flat to Rockcroft, caught at the 35. Check that, it was Hyde, the wing back, who caught it at the 35. It's not a first down, and the third quarter is over. Kentucky 20, Tennessee 14. 5-yard gain on the play as the pass went down to the 35, a gain of 6. It'll be third down and 5 for Tennessee when we come back to play in the fourth quarter.
Well, we've got 15 minutes to play. What'll it be? Not long now before we'll know, so let's go back again to Claude Sullivan.
Meilinger is back in the Kentucky lineup. Bob Hardy and Joe Platt have come back in. They're your 3 deep men. And Tennessee is coming out with one of perhaps the most important plays of the afternoon. On a Kentucky 35, 18 yards out from the southern side of the field. Third down and 5. Al Hubbard is now blocking back. Ray Chapman is now in its center as Cloninger is out. The wing back is out to the left. Wade takes. He's going to pass on 3rd and 5. Beautiful protection downfield. He's got a man wide open on the 20. Down to the 15. It's a first down as Dan Sikanovich gets the pass. Tennessee's under Kentucky 15. First down and 10. 20-yard pass as Dan Sikanovich, the big left end, was wide open. Nobody near him. Joe Platt got him off his feet. And now Tennessee threatening to tie it up and go ahead. Move down to the Kentucky 15, about 20 yards out from the far northern side of the field. Tennessee breaks huddle, marches back to the line of scrimmage. They passed and got it on their 3rd and 5 play, and it's been the passes in the clutch that have hurt the Wildcats. We're now in the fourth quarter, 45 seconds gone. Tennessee single wing right. Snap back to Wade. He's back to pass once again. He's rushed this time. Still plenty of time. The pass in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's good. Dan Sikanovich got it, and Tennessee tied it up 20-20. Great catch by Dan Sikanovich to tie this ball game up at 20-20. Now another big kick by Pat Shires coming up. Tennessee went 35 yards on 2 passes from Jimmy Wade to Dan Sikanovich, the left end. Can Shires give Tennessee the lead for the second time in the football game? Wade will hold with Shires kicking from about the 10. Chapman over the ball. Big one coming out. Here's the snap. The placement. Shires kicks. Good. And Tennessee takes the lead 21-20. Now listen to the fans roar for the Volunteers. By 1 point, and they come back. Tennessee's Big Bob Fisher may be kicking off. Let's wait and see who it is that'll line up with the football. They kick away from the plastic tee at the 40. It's Fisher that will kick off. Jimmy Wade marching back and forth in front of the Tennessee line at the 35, talking with them, making sure everybody's got their assignments down. Meilinger's deep. The kick goes to Platt, standing at the Kentucky 10. He's got it, angles to the center of the field, coming out to the 15, the 20, the 25, angles right, comes on up to the 30, where he is cut down. Nice 20-yard run back by Joe Platt, as Ray Chapman got him off his feet at the Kentucky 30. The ball is 18 yards out from the northern side of the field. Now Tennessee must buck up defensively to contain these Wildcats. 13 minutes, 45 seconds in the football game. Bob Hardy at quarterback, Platt at right, Meilinger at left. Here's the snap. Hardy takes, gives off, racing through. There's Joe Platt almost to the 40. Quick opening play to right halfback Joe Platt. He's just short of a first down. Cut down at the 39 by Hal Hubbard, the blocking back. Second down and just a little less than a yard to go. Wildcats in their own 39, Tennessee leading 21-20. Backfield straight away as Hardy moves in behind Atkins, takes, moves left, gives. Meilinger goes for the first down, is turned and thrown back to the 39. He did not make it. Meilinger bucking an outside left tackle for no gain. Now it's third down coming out. Roger Rockcroft and Hubbard doing the defensive work there for Tennessee. The pressure mounting up now on the Wildcats, who are trailing 21-20. This is an important play coming out. Bob Hardy moves in, takes, moves right, keeps. He got his first down, comes right out to the 45, up to the 50, and down to the Tennessee 47. First down. Bob Hardy moves just outside right tackle, cut back into the center of the field, moves down to the Tennessee 47. Tennessee calls timeout, stopping the clock with 12 and a half minutes in the third quarter. Now Kentucky's in Tennessee territory with the Volunteers leading 21-20. There's some late scores for you. Into the third quarter, South Carolina leads Wofford 35-0. At the half, Mississippi Southern leads Georgia 7-0. At the end of the third quarter, Villanova leads Syracuse 14-0. Final score, Harvard 13, Yale 0. At the end of the third quarter, North Carolina 26, Virginia 7. At the end of the third quarter, West Virginia 48, North Carolina State 0. At the end of the third quarter, Washington and Lee leading William and Mary 13-7. And the final score, Columbia 27, Rutgers 13. At the half, LSU leads Arkansas 9-6. Final score, Maryland 21, Alabama 0. At the end of the third quarter, upset in the making, Duke 10, Georgia Tech 6. Kentucky on the Tennessee 47 now, first down and 10. 12 and a half minutes in the ball game. Tennessee with a 1-point lead. Bob Hardy moves in with his backfield straight, takes, gives up the middle to Fillion, into the 45 and down to the Tennessee 40. Tom Fillion, 7-yard run before Bob Cloninger, who's back in there at center, made the tackle for Tennessee. Second down and 3. Wildcats huddle up at the 50. Move out and on the line of scrimmage. Co-captain Tommy Atkins goes over the balls. Sophomore quarterback Bob Hardy moves into the crouch, takes, moves left, gives off. Meilinger goes through to the Tennessee 35. Comes on down to about, let's see, the 32. For a first down. About an 8-yard run by Meilinger. As he goes to the Tennessee 32, Jerry Hyde finally got him off his feet. First down and 10. That's the 21st first down for the Wildcats. They're up to the line of scrimmage now, open side of the field just to their right. Hardy takes, gives. Fillion just hits the line of scrimmage, is hit and thrown right straight back off his feet to the 33. Bob Fisher, right tackle, leans up and throws him back. There was a juggle there as Hardy handed off to Fillion, and they rule that Fillion got 1 yard to the 31. Second down and 9 for Kentucky. Tennessee leading 21-20. Kentucky back in the line of scrimmage. Hardy moves in, calling signal, gets the snap, moves right, keeps, cuts in, goes down to the 28. About a 3-yard gain by Bob Hardy. Third down and 6. Darius McCord made the tackle. Tennessee calls timeout. They've got an injury. Stopping the clock with 11 minutes in the football game here at Lexington. Score, Tennessee 21, Kentucky 20. So, late scores at the half, Middle Tennessee leading Vanderbilt 13-6. At the end of the third quarter, Wake Forest leading Furman 19-14. Bill Barbish, Tennessee's first-string blocking back, has been injured on the play. Here's Ralph Colon coming into the Kentucky backfield, replacing Tom Fillion at fullback. Fillion gets a nice hand. He made one beautiful 8-yard run. And that puts Kentucky's first-string backfield into operation. Bob Hardy at quarterback, Ralph Colon at fullback, Meilinger at left half, and Platt at right half. Bill Barbish wants to stay in the game. He's hurt his left knee, but he's coming out. Coming in to replace him is Jim Beutel, B-E-U-T-E-L, from North Tonawanda, New York. 5'10", weighs 180. Just slightly smaller than Bill Barbish. There are 11 minutes in this football game here at Stall Field. Bob Hardy is quarterbacking a very, very important 3rd down and 6 play on the Tennessee 28. Kentucky has moved from its 30 to the Tennessee 28. 42 yards. Can they keep going? Here they go. Bob Hardy in. Backfield straight away. Hardy calling his signals. Takes. Moves right. Gives. Platt goes into the Tennessee 25. For a gain of about 3 on the play. Bob Fisher. Franklin made the tackle on him. Coming out now. 4th down. 3 to go. 3rd down and 6. Joe Platt got 3 yards. Here's the big play coming out now. 4th down, 3 to go for Kentucky. Will they make it? 10.5 minutes in the football game. Tennessee with a 1-point lead. Hardy moves in, calling signals, takes, moves left, hits, falls, and Tennessee gets the ball. Hardy lost yardage on the play. They move it, though, that he got to the line of scrimmage. John Powell hit him first, and Tennessee gets the ball, and it's 25, 1st down and 10. Kentucky moved 45 yards and then surrendered the ball on downs. Now Tennessee with a lead. Well, more than likely being playing conservatively. The single wing right. Jimmy Wade takes the snap. Running right. Beautiful blocking, but he's cut off his feet on a vicious block by Tommy Atkins. He blocked him off his feet at the 26 after a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9 for the Volunteers. Jim Beutel at blocking back, Tom Tracy at fullback, and Jerry Hyde at wingback is the Tennessee lineup. Roger Rutgroff out at this right end, but it's been Dan Sikonovich that's been the big gun for Tennessee. Offensively, Franklin's in there at that left end right now. Tennessee, single wing right. We're down to the 4th quarter. 9.5 minutes to go. The handoff is to Schwanger, the fullback. He's out to the 30, comes on up to the 33. Tommy Atkins finally got the tackle on him after he was able to get about 7 yards. It was Schwanger rather than Tracy that was at fullback. Tennessee showing its power now with that lead on the board. It's 3rd down and 2, Tennessee. Very important play here for both teams. 9 minutes to go. Kentucky needs that ball and needs it badly to get back into this game, as that 1 extra point stands between them and a tie game at the moment. Tennessee's on the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 2. They keep the ball if they get 2 yards. The snap is to Wade. Handoff. Schwanger off the weak side. Comes out to the 34. Is driven back to the 32. He does not leave his feet. Now is thrown down after the whistle is blown. It is not a 1st down. So Tennessee will have its 4th down. Joe Cook made a nice play for the Wildcats along with Pete Kirk. The ball was outfield of the 34, where it's 4th down and 1 for Tennessee. Timeout has been taken. Eight minutes, 18 seconds in the ball game. Time is back in now. Off the Tennessee bench is Bob Bringle. Meilinger is being taken out. Bringle replaces Wade, who has the right sleeve almost torn off his jersey. Coming in for Kentucky is Dick Mitchell to go back in safety. He broke a finger up in the middle of the season. Tennessee punting from back on the 23-yard line. The snap is back. The kick blocked. Terrell batted it down to the 22. Rolls out to the 28. Trying to pick it up. It goes down to the 25. Kentucky got it. On the Tennessee 25. Pete Kirk and Ray Terrell broke through there to try and block that punt, and they did. And Tommy Atkins recovered. Pete Kirk and Terrell came steaming through there and blocked that Tennessee kick back at the 25. That's exactly where the Wildcats surrendered the ball. Darius McCoy of Tennessee almost got it. So Kentucky's back in possession on the Tennessee 25, 1st down and 10. They're back in the line of scrimmage. 1st down and 10. Handoff. Ralph Pallone goes up the middle. Goes to the 28. The 23, rather. Gain of 2 yards. 7.5 minutes to go. John Powell, Tennessee's left guard, made the tackle. 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. As fullback Ralph Pallone tries to do it, he gets 2 yards. Bob Hardy calling plays, important ones. Dick Mitchell is at left halfback. Joe Platt still at right. Malone at full, and Bob Hardy quarterbacking. This is the combination that's trying to get Kentucky in the lead. Hardy takes, moves right, fakes to Malone, going to pass. Downfield, bad pass, incomplete at the 10. Hardy threw the pass right between Joe Platt and Al Zampino. 3rd down and 8. 7 minutes in the ball game. Tommy Atkins out to the ball, watching it being spotted. It's now back to the Tennessee 24 to make it 3rd down and 9. Big plays coming out here, 2 of them. Bob Hardy and the Wildcats now talking with the officials, who comes back into their huddle, and let's see what's being done. Timeout has been taken and now declared back in. The clock is not started, however. Kentucky up to the Tennessee 24, 3rd down and 9. Bob Hardy mows in, needing big yardage. He slips, falls, hands to Pallone. Pallone down to the Tennessee 20, the 15, the 10, the 15, the 5. He scores! Ralph Pallone. Bob Hardy almost fell down. Handed the ball to Pallone, who went down to the 20, down to the 15, cut left and went all the way. Ralph Pallone goes 24 yards, 3rd down and 9. And Kentucky leads 26-21. Great big extra point coming out with 6 minutes, 58 seconds to go. Bob Hardy will try with Joe Platt holding. Hardy limbers up the kicking foot. He's kicked 2 for 3. A big one right here now. Very important. Tennessee's kicked all 3 of theirs. Here's the snap. Hardy kicks. Good. Score 27-21. And here's the crowd right now. Almost 18 years ago to the day here at Stall Field that Kentucky scored 27 points against Tennessee and beat them. They got 7 minutes standing between them and victory, though, now, and they've got 11 volunteers that are still plenty tough. 27-21 Kentucky, as Bradley Mills will kick off. The ball is laid flat on the ground. Wildcats lining up along the 35 now. Howie Snellenberger, Dick Chateau, Ray Correll, Dave Kuhn, Gil Cornell. Now here's Bradley Mills moving forward. Lobs a short one down to the Tennessee 35, down to the 32. It's picked up, coming out with it. The 45 is Tennessee halfback, Ed Cantwell. Cantwell did a nice job in handling that one. The Wildcats got him down there with help from Ralph Pallone. Duke Cornell was in there. And Cantwell was down on the 46. First down in Tennessee's 46, 10 yards to go for the Vols. 6.5 minutes to go. Kentucky leading 27-21. Tennessee up to the line of scrimmage, single wing right. Tailback is now Bobby Bringle as Wade is out of there. The snap is back to Bringle. He's going to pass. Protection downfield. Pass intercepted by Atkins at the 44. Out to the 45. On up to the 50. Nope, he didn't make it. He was cut down out there by Rockcroft. Tommy Atkins intercepted the pass. Tennessee's got a man out. And the big senior from down at Corbin, Tommy Atkins, has got the football for Kentucky. 6 minutes to go. Time is taken out as Tennessee has a man down. Big Bob Fisher, their tackle. Swanger up into Atkins when it looked just for the moment he was going to make it to the 50. Coming into the ball game now for Kentucky is Ray Callahan at fullback. Bear Bryant now with 2 minutes before he can get some of these big guns back in. He's going to try and rest them as much as possible. Joe Cook coming out. Herbie Hunt's coming in, now coming back out. now comes back in as Coach Paul Bryant wanted to say something to him. Young Ray Callahan in there at fullback from down at Lebanon, Kentucky. He's a 20-year-old sophomore. Into the Tennessee lineup now, strides big number 48, rather, Dan Butler from Norfolk, Virginia. He's left tackle, and Fisher is being helped off the field. That was a great interception by Tommy Atkins of Bobby Bringle's pass. Jim Owens and Bill McCubbin are working up on top of the scoreboard for Kentucky this afternoon. They have field glasses and telephone up there where they're spotting Tennessee line play and perhaps some weakness in the Kentucky line play. Here's Tommy Atkins shooting out of that huddle. Backfield straight away as Herbie Hart moves in. Calling signals with 6 minutes in the ball game. He fumbles, and Chateau fell on it back in the 45. 3-yard loss. That's the second time Herbie Hunt's fumbled this afternoon. A moment ago, it led to a Tennessee touchdown. Second down and 13, 5 minutes, 40 seconds in the ball game. Very important now that Kentucky keep this football. Wildcats up in the line of scrimmage. 5.5 minutes to go. Hunt calling signals in behind Tommy Atkins. Gets the ball, moves right, hand off. Bradley Mills cracks into the Tennessee line for maybe 2 yards. Clock still moving. Another minute and 20 seconds before Kentucky can get some of those first-string boys back in there. Ball is up in the 47 for the gain of 2, where it's third down and 11. Cloninger and McCord made the tackle for Tennessee. Hunt taking plenty of time in the huddle. Joe Cook was taken out of there a moment ago because he was injured. Replaced by Neil Lowry. Herbie Hunt moves in now. His third down play, 11 yards to go. Takes, moves back, hands off, angling out to the left is Bradley Mills up to the 50 and down to the Tennessee 47. Inside the final 5 minutes now. Tackle down there made by Cloninger and Cattrall, the right end. Bradley Mills went to the Tennessee 47. Gain of 6 yards. It's fourth down and 5 for Kentucky. 4.5 minutes to go. Bringle backs up in safety for Tennessee. Bradley Mills will be the man punting here. Kentucky's on the Tennessee 47. Line up in the tee, shift out. Bradley Mills goes back deep. Very important punt to get away. Kentucky scored the touchdown that has them on top on a block kick. Here's the punt. Bradley Mills, beauty, way back into the end zone. Bradley Mills boomed that one high and away. It goes back into the fence, about 10 yards behind the goal post. Tennessee will take it out on the 20, where they'll have it first down and 10. Cantrell, the big right end, went up way into the air to try and get to it, but Mills boomed it way over his head. 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go as Kentucky leads 27-21. Now Tennessee going for the works. They need 6 points to tie, the extra point to win, or get the lead. The Volunteers move up on the line of scrimmage and throw the single wing off to the right. That's where Kentucky overshifts the defense to meet it. Callahan standing in the gap. The handoff. Schwanger, the fullback, comes through the hole up to the 30, on out to the 33, hit and cut down as he gets to the 35 for a 15-yard run. Big Ted Schwanger. Kentucky's got a man down on the field. Kentucky injury is Schwanger. The big fullback comes out 15 yards. The clock stopped with 4 minutes to go. Here's Joe Cook, Dave Kuhn, and Bob Hardy coming back in the Kentucky lineup. It is Pete Kirk of Kentucky that's injured on the play. Neil Lowry, Dick Maloney, Ray Callahan coming out of the Kentucky lineup. Now here's Bill Wheeler coming in, and Pete Kirk is coming out. Dick Chateau coming out, Joe Platt coming in, and Jimmy Wade now back in at tailback for Tennessee. Tennessee's on its 35, first down and 10 with 4 minutes to go. With the automatic timeout here, both ball clubs have pretty much come back in with front line reserves. Tommy Atkins is being lifted. He's played a great game, intercepted that Tennessee pass a moment ago. The Volunteers ready to go. They line up with single wing over to the left. They just wheeled off a 15-yard run by Big Schwanger. Jimmy Wade is the quarterback, tailback now. Gives it to Schwanger, running to the weak side. Schnellenberger turns him back in. Comes out to the 35 and on up to the 38. Schnellenberger in there to make the tackle along with Joe Cook and Ray Carell. Schnellenberger that time went out and was fending off Jerry Hyde, the wingback, and turned Jimmy Wade back in, and he was cut down at the 39. 4-yard gain, second down and 6, Tennessee. 3.5 minutes to go. Kentucky leading 27-21. Volunteers out of the huddle, back to the line of scrimmage now. The single wing right. Kentucky has gone into that almost an 8-man line. Overshifting to the left, Tennessee single wing right. Snap back to Wade. He's going to throw this time. He's being rushed and caught, thrown down, back on the 26. Great play there by Snellenberger and Ray Correll. Ray Correll got him first, and Snellenberger came in to make sure he didn't get away. Back in the 26. 13-yard loss. Third down and 19, Tennessee. And watch out for this one. 3 minutes to go. Jimmy Wade, you can just about count on this one, is going to be shooting for the works. He shot along with Duratroff last week that set up a field goal that beat Florida, so let's watch this one. Third down, Tennessee on its 26, 19 to go. Tracy now at fullback, snap to Wade. He's going to throw for that long one. Here it goes, up to the left. It's complete to Sikanovich at the 38. Dances up to the 40 and is out of bounds. It's not a first down. Wade fired to Rotroff, running into the left side at about the 40, and Rotroff advanced up to the 41. 2.5 minutes to go. Tennessee will get it on the 40. It is 4th down and 5 to go as Sikanovich made that nice catch, rather than Rotroff. Up on the 41 in Tennessee territory. Up on the 40, rather. It's 4th down and 5. The clock was stopped as Sikanovich went out of bounds. 2 minutes and 34 seconds exactly. Kentucky is not putting a safety man back. Going to let Tennessee run for it. They line up, single wing. They're going to try for that important 4 yards. Wade's going to pass. Correll's got him. Slips off. He passes upfield to the 45, and he got the first down. Correll almost got him, and Wade slipped away. Tennessee gets the first down as pitching out to Jerry Hyde, the wing back. Hyde went out of bounds at about the Tennessee 47 or 48. Let's see where it's spotted. 2 minutes, 28 seconds to go, and Tennessee is getting new life. Up on its 48. Kentucky is playing for that deep pass. In other words, letting Tennessee throw the short ones, but trying to stop the long one. Tennessee lines up, open field to the left, and the single wing is right. Kentucky's back in that 7-man line, shifting out to a 6-2-2-1. Pass to Wade. He's going to throw. Out in the left flat, the pass is complete to the 44, and there's Pratt hitting him and throwing Sikanovich back to the 49. There again is Kentucky giving Tennessee that short pass, trying to protect from a long pass or maybe a short one going for deep yardage. Sikanovich was off his feet. They roll up to 46 in Kentucky territory. 6-yard gain, second down and 4. Tennessee calls timeout to stop the clock with 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go. And Ussery replaces McCord at Tennessee's right tackle. 2 minutes, 6 seconds in the football game, and Tennessee is penalized 5 yards for delay of the game. In other words, they did not have a timeout coming, and they're penalized back to their 49, where it is second down and 9 to go instead of second down and 4. And, of course, they do not get the timeout. And by delay of the game, the clock keeps moving. We're inside the final 2 minutes now. Substitution by Tennessee, and that's another 5 yards. Tennessee penalized back to the 44. Now third down and 14. Minute and 55 seconds to go. The clock's still moving as Tennessee is trying to stall. Minute and 50 seconds to go. Kentucky leading 27-21. Tennessee, open field to the right. Their single wing is angled out that way. The snap is back to Jimmy Wade. He's going to throw. He's going to throw deep this time. The pass way downfield is incomplete on the 34. Nice play by Bradley Mills. Right in there with Jerry Hyde, the wing back. A minute, 37 seconds to go as the incompleted pass does stop the clock for Tennessee. But now it is 4th down and 14 to go on their own 44. 27 points scored by Kentucky 35 years ago. In 1935, almost 18 years ago to the day, that beat Tennessee. And will these 27 points hold up for a minute and 37 seconds? Tennessee is not going to punt 4th down and 14. They're going to try and go. Wait a minute, is it 4th down? Nope, it's 3rd down. A correction there on us. Wade back to pass, is rushed, throws downfield, intercepted back on the 40 as Bob Hardy gets it up to the 45. The 50 runs right to the Tennessee 45. Bob Hardy, great play. Jimmy Wade was the man who got Bob Hardy off his feet. And Kentucky takes over on the Tennessee 45, first down and 10. The clock has been stopped with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. And now let's see what's going to be done. Can Kentucky control the ball for 69 seconds? Here's Arvin Bevan coming in to tackle. Duquesnoy comes out. There's a lot of jubilation being pent up on that Kentucky bench. They want to release it if it is justified. Tennessee has twice come from behind to take the lead, and Kentucky has twice come from behind to get the lead. The Wildcats led by 13-0 midway of the second quarter, only to have Tennessee go ahead 14-13 in the third period. Kentucky went ahead 20-14, Tennessee went ahead 21-20, and now the Wildcats lead 27-21. Bob Hardy ready to go, takes quarterback sneak. He goes 1 yard to the 44, falls down to keep the clock going. There are now 60 seconds in the football game. It's second down, Kentucky on the Tennessee 44. 9 yards to go. We're inside the final minute, 54 seconds to go. And the Wildcats have become very, very slow. 50 seconds to go. If they're penalized for delay of the game, that stops the clock, so they don't want to do that. They don't want to take too much time. 43 seconds to go. Bob Hardy intercepted the pass right there in the clutch. Tommy Atkins intercepted the one a moment ago in the clutch. Ready to go. 35 seconds to go. Hardy in there calling plays now. No snap yet. Kentucky is not going to snap the ball. There are no hands out there on it. The officials waiting for delay of the game. There it is. Stopping the clock. 26 seconds to go. Now Kentucky will have to snap it. Leo Strange was over the ball, but he did not put his hands on it. Kentucky is penalized back to the 50. It is second down, 14 to go. 22 seconds to go, and the clock goes in motion. 20 seconds to go. Bob Hardy leads them out of the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage now. Strange puts the hands on the ball this time as Bob Hardy moves in for the snap. There are 10 seconds to go. He takes, he falls. There are 8 seconds to go. Has Kentucky beaten Tennessee? Have they? They sure have. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is hard to give it a picture down on the field, as these 1953 Kentucky Wildcats have done something that no other group of Wildcats have been able to do since 1935. And ironically, it was 18 years ago that Kentucky scored 27 points to beat the Volunteers. Kentucky's cheerleaders have just come across the field and taken the beer barrel. The beer barrel is being taken over across the way on the Kentucky side of the field. Tennessee, dejectedly, is leaving the football field, and there's still a lot of handshakes among the Kentucky Wildcats and the Tennessee Volunteers. Down on the field, of course, there's a lot of ceremony going on, a lot of folks being carried off the field, and especially Bear Bryant. Dave Kuhn is up riding on somebody's shoulders, and now he's down. And you're going to see a tremendous amount of celebration here tonight as Kentucky has come from behind twice to beat Tennessee 27-21. We'll recap all the thrilling plays for you here in just a moment. Well, Ted, we have very little voice left, that's true, but right now we perhaps don't have too much to use it for. Colonel, the Kentucky Wildcat, is in his cage being rolled across Stall Field, and we imagine if the old boy knew the facts, he'd be right proud of everything. You know, in this football game here this afternoon, one of the most miraculous things about it is nobody has even started home yet. Nobody is on their way home except the Tennessee football team, which right now is visible to us, moving out in behind the northern stands across the way. Tennessee getting ready to go back to the dressing room. The Wildcats have already moved into their dressing room. And off to our left here, down in the western end zone, a crowd of fans moving in and around the cage of Colonel, who's a real live Kentucky Mountain Wildcat. And we imagine the old Colonel's going to get pretty fired up. Tennessee's got one football player still left out on the field, still doing some handshakes. It's not Jimmy Wade, although it looks about like him. We're unable to spot his number. Tennessee played a great football game here this afternoon. It looked like Kentucky was going to win and win maybe by a big score, as they scored in the first quarter with 9 minutes and 11 seconds still to go. Kentucky took the opening kickoff and banged away right down field to the Tennessee 15-yard line. There, they fumbled. Joe Platt, or rather Pallone, the fullback, and Bob Hardy trying to hand off, fumble. Tennessee recovered and ran one play. Jimmy Wade fumbled. The ball was recovered by Howie Schnellenberger. And on 3 straight plays, Meidlinger ate up 17 yards and scored. Bob Hardy kicked the extra point. Kentucky led 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. The Wildcats opened it up to 13-0 in the second quarter, about midway through that period. The greatest run in the 68-yard drive was that of Bradley Mills and Tom Fillion. When the handoff was from Hardy to Bradley Mills, he went down to about the Tennessee 31. There he pitched the lateral out to Tom Fillion, who bowled his way on down to the Tennessee 12-yard line. There was a pass in the end zone to Jim Proffitt. He had it and dropped it. Then Bradley Mills went to the Tennessee 5. And on the next play, Mills went over standing up on a great deceptive play by Bob Hardy, faking to keep and then pitching out to Mills, who went over standing up. Hardy missed the extra point, and down until the final seconds, it looked like that extra point might mean the difference in victory. Tennessee came back to score as the clock stopped working in the first half. There were only 3 or 4 seconds to go, and Jimmy Wade scored for Tennessee to climax a 25-yard drive as Tennessee got it on a fumble by Herbie Hunt. Wade went over from 5 yards out after a pass play went to the Kentucky 4-yard line. It was 13-7 at halftime. And in the third quarter, each team racked up a touchdown, and Tennessee came back to get the touchdown first. Jimmy Wade firing to Jerry Hyde, the wingback, a 34-yard pass that went to the 2-yard line, and Wade went over on the first play with Pat Shires kicking the extra point. Tennessee had come back in the game from 2 touchdowns back and gone into a 14-13 lead. And then a 67-yard drive by Kentucky climaxed as Bob Hardy went over from 3 on third down from 1 foot back and kicked the extra point. Kentucky took a 20-14 lead. And that's the way it was at the end of 3 quarters of play. However, after only 50 seconds of play in the fourth quarter, Tennessee scored again. 35 yards on 2 pass plays from Jimmy Wade to Dan Sikonovich, who made the second catch down deep in the end zone, and a circus catch it was. Pat Shires kicked the extra point, and Tennessee took the lead 21-20 down in the fourth quarter. Kentucky battled back, lost the ball the first time, and then the second drive, a punt was blocked as Pete Kirk and Ray Correll came screaming through to block the punt by Darris McCord. It went back to the Tennessee 25-yard line where the Wildcats got it. And third down and 9, Bob Hardy slipped. He almost fell. And as he went down, he handed the ball to Ralph Pallone, who went 24 yards for the touchdown that won the ball game. Bob Hardy kicked the extra point to make it 27-21. These are not official, but these are the way our statistician Bob Cox, and he hates for us to refer to them as unofficial, but they are. We have the Kentucky Wildcats ripping off 10 first downs in the first quarter, 3 more in the second, 6 in the third, and 2 in the fourth quarter. For Tennessee, they did not get a first down in the first quarter. They got 2 in the second quarter, 3 in the third, and 3 more in the fourth. Kentucky intercepted 3 Tennessee passes, 2 of them inside the final 5 minutes, one by Atkins and the other by Bob Hardy. And that one by Hardy gave it to Kentucky for the final 2 minutes. And the Wildcats were able to stall it out. Final 137, incidentally. Very, very few penalties here this afternoon. Very few. Kentucky was penalized 30 yards. Tennessee penalized 30 yards. This game here this afternoon was a classic. So let us give you now the official final statistics on this football game. Tennessee got 9 first downs. Kentucky got 23. On the ground, Tennessee gained 53 yards. Kentucky gained 313. Passing, Tennessee gained 126. Kentucky gained 27. Tennessee completed 8 out of 19 passes, but Kentucky intercepted 3 of them. The Wildcats threw only 7 passes, completed 2 of them. Tennessee kicked 7 times and averaged 34 yards. Kentucky kicked 3 times and averaged 34 yards. Kentucky lost the ball 3 times on fumbles. Tennessee lost it once. The Wildcats were penalized 25 yards. Tennessee penalized 30. In passing, Hardy completed 2 of 6 for 27 yards. Jimmy Wade completed 8 of 18 for 126 yards, 1 a touchdown to Sikonovich, and he had 2 intercepted. Bringle threw the other one, which Atkins intercepted. On the ground today, Bob Hardy carried the ball 19 times for 70 yards and 1 touchdown. Ralph Pallone carried the ball 12 times for 68 yards and 1 touchdown. Steve Meilinger carried the ball 9 times for 45 yards and 1 touchdown. Bradley Mills carried it 7 times for 30 yards and 1 touchdown. Tom Tracy of Tennessee got 43 yards and 6 carries. Ted Schwanger got 27 yards and 6 carries. In punting, Meilinger averaged 34. Niels averaged 33, and Jimmy Wade of Tennessee averaged 34. In catching, Joe Platt got 1 for 15 yards for Kentucky. Ralph Pallone, or rather Steve Meilinger, caught 1 for 12 yards. For Tennessee, Jerry Hyde caught 4 for 70 yards. Siganovich caught 4 for 56 yards and 1 touchdown. Well, fans, that's it. And we would like to leave you with this, well, a somber warning, because we want you to please do not celebrate too much, and please be careful with a tremendous crowd in hand. Right now, we'd like to thank our hard-working crew here in the broadcast booth this afternoon. Ted Grizzard, who's been passing along all those good tips from Standard Oil Company. Our spotters this season, Bob Cox and Bert Harbor, have done such a great job of spotting substitutes from both benches. And our engineer, Roy Watts, who's been so busy with all the technical details that he hasn't seen a game yet. And this afternoon, we'd like to thank Artie Kane, who's been here in the booth with us doing such a fine job of keeping us posted on the other games around the nation. And as we wind up another season with the Kentucky Wildcats, we'd like to say what a pleasure it's been working with these fine fellows. And mentioning that, the Standard Oil Company of Kentucky and their dealers throughout Kentucky, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and Mississippi hope you've enjoyed these broadcasts of Kentucky's 1953 football games. They have endeavored to increase your listening pleasure in these games by holding their commercial announcements down to a minimum and not interrupting your train of thought with commercials at every opportunity. If you have enjoyed these broadcasts and the way they were handled, won't you tell your Standard Oil dealer his sales help to make these broadcasts possible, and he will appreciate your comments. Remember, he's a man you can count on for dependable products and extra service. And now this is Claude Sullivan speaking from Stall Field on the campus of the University of Kentucky in Lexington. Switching back down on the field now, the fans are tearing the goalposts down, both of them. They've taken the upper extremities of the bars completely loose, and all that remain are the bars attached to the ground and the crossbar, which carried 3 extra points for each team this year. The state police are trying to stop them from carrying it away, and we have some arguments going on right now as to who's going to get what goalpost. But nonetheless, the 2 bars that extend upward past the crossbar, the 4 of them on both goalposts, have been completely dismantled, and the state police are trying to recapture them. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the football games this season just about half as much as we've enjoyed being associated with the Kentucky football team, coaches, players, and athletic department personnel. Bernie Shively has just come down on the field and told the state police to go ahead and give the goalposts to the fans. So now they're going to tear them out of the ground with the roots. The fans have already got the bar extending above the crossbar, but now we got about 7 or 8 men down there around the goalpost on the western end of the field that are trying to pull it out by the roots. It's in concrete, and those fellows are going to have a tough job. They're going to try and unscrew them, though, now, since it's assembled pipe. And the first attempt failed. Now we got another one from the other side. But anyway, when you come out tomorrow morning, we don't imagine there'll be any goalposts on Stall Field. Right now, we'd like to wish you all a very bountiful Thanksgiving and a 27-21 Kentucky victory over Tennessee. This is the Standard Oil Sports Network.